Okay, so I guess we're ready. This time was fast. Okay, so if you want to start by entering Schoology to have your material on your computer. Oops. Okay. Did you bring your textbook? Yes, good, because we're going to need it, okay? Okay. Buenos días. Okay, so let's see. Who is this? Who's this? Who's this? Who's this? It says, okay. I'm going to help you really very fast to do this. Okay, to enter Schoology. This is what you have to do. Um, I'm going to log out so you can see how this works. Okay, just give me a sec. Okay. If you don't have a Schoology account, this is what you have to do. Um, Go to Google, okay, and type Schoology, okay. It's where it says Schoology Learning Management System. That's where you're supposed to enter, okay. And then you're gonna get this page. Once you get this page, you're supposed to sign up, and you're going to click on Student, okay, and it's going to ask you for this code. I have to give you this code, okay, but in order for me to give you the code, you have to well, you have to wait for me because I have to enter my account, okay. So remember, you enter Schoology, sign up, student, and then you wait for me to give you the code. All right, so I'm going to log in so that you can see the code. Hi, good morning. How are you? Fine, thank you. Good to see you. Oops, my password. All right, and really very fast, I'm going to show you the course. It says only English teachers. Okay, and so this is the code that you're supposed to put on that little part, okay? So I'm going to give you, let's say, 5 minutes to register so you can get the material, all right? Meanwhile, for us, we should start. Since we just came back from vacations, 15-day vacations, I mean, I do remember your names, okay? But what I want you to do is I want you to present yourself to the rest of the group because actually you haven't done it, okay? You just said your name and you just gave us an adjective. So I want you to tell us, your name, obviously, again, and where you work, what school do you work for, okay? And I want you to tell us the grades that you teach and how long you have been teaching. And also, I want you to tell us, like, particularly, what is it that you expect from this course? Okay. So those are. I'm going to put it right here on the board. Okay. We said your name, where you work at. Okay. What grades you teach. How long have you been a teacher? Okay. And your expectations. All right. Okay. So we're going to start. Whoever wants to start first. I'm going to close the door because it's closed. Yeah. Okay. Yes. If somebody comes in, they'll have to come. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to come to the front because I'm going to project you. Okay. So that the people from outside can see you and they can identify you, and then we'll try to find a way so that they can make a little presentation about themselves. Hopefully their internet is good and they will be able to do it. Okay, so who's first? Who's going to be my lucky first? No? Nobody? Hey, Haley. So I choose? Yeah? Okay. So I'll choose. Let's see. I need to. Okay. Let's see. Miguel, you're brave. Come on, Miguel. You knew it? You're like me, the kind of person that never wins the raffle but always gets selected. Yeah. What can I say, Miguel? What can I say? Yeah, you did perfect.
Okay, hello guys. My name is Miguel, and I work at the Preparatoria General Vázquez, and I teach English 1 and English 2. I've been teaching English 3 and 4, but lately I just been teaching English 1 and 2.
Okay.
And I've been a teacher for about 10 years, but no, but oh. I'm sorry.
Oops. You've been a teacher for 10 years, but?
But I've been teaching English for about maybe 7 or so years. About 10. And my expectations are to learn a lot from you guys.
Okay. Can I ask you one more question?
Yeah, sure.
What has been until now your most difficult task as a teacher?
Make my students to be interested, because as you know, you can lead the horse to the water, but you cannot make him drink. So it's very difficult to get the students be interested in not only in English but in.
Because they're gonna cancel our video because of the song.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. All right,
this.
Miguel. All right. Thank you, Miguel. Miguel, who's next? Just point somebody. Who's next? Who's next, Miguel? You say.
How about you?
I did.
Yeah.
Upsy daisy. Up you go.
I forgot my password and my username, so I called my son to send me a photo of it. So that's why
It's okay. It's all right. Come on, they have to see you. Yes. They have to see you. They have to see you. More to the center. There you go. That's Aide, people.
Hi, my name is Aide. My name is Aide Chavez Rivero. I am teacher. I work at the grade. I work at the Maestro Mexicanos. 80, I'm sorry.
Is that the north or the south one? The south one?
Uh-huh. And the grade is first and second. And how long is the expectation?
How long have you been a teacher? For how many years?
I don't know, for 5 years.
5 years. Okay. And what are your expectations in the class?
I don't know, the student be very I don't know.
Okay, what has been the most difficult thing for you as a teacher?
Work at with the student because they are very difficult and we can't work with because some students have problems.
Yeah.
And this is terrible.
That's right.
This is terrible test.
That's so. I agree. Okay, thank you, Aiden.
Thank you.
Who's next? Mi profe? Okay.
I have trouble with my computer. I don't know what I have to.
Well, don't worry. I'll guide you. I will guide you, teacher. Okay? I will guide you. A little more so they can see. Right there, teacher. Very good. Okay. Please tell us again your complete name.
Okay, my name is Fernando Javier Quesada Quintanilla. I try to teach in Ignacio Allende. My other subjects are economía, finanzas, ley del seguro social, ética, filosofía.
Everything, teacher?
Yes.
Yes. My God.
And
where do you work at? Where?
Okay, at Ignacio Allende.
At Ignacio Allende.
Escuela Preparatoria Ignacio Allende. We need teacher because we have very, what do you say, rotación de personal?
Rotation.
Rotation, yes, because the people are very difficult in our school.
Your kids.
Yeah.
Students.
Well, they are old men. Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Then, but it's very interesting. This school. I like my school.
Oh,
Yes.
that's really nice. And what grades do you teach?
Oh, well, we have licenciatura.
Okay.
I teach in licenciatura.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And how long have you been a teacher?
How long?
Yes.
Well, about 18 years.
That's a
But
long time.
mainly with the ley del seguro social en finanzas, mercadotecnia.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, those other subjects.
Yes.
Okay. And what are your expectations for this class?
Well, I am learning many things for my other subjects.
Yes.
This is the truth. Yeah.
Yes.
English, we have a lot of new vocabulary.
Yes.
Many new vocabulary.
Yes.
I don't imagine that exists that vocabulary. And I am studying. Yesterday, I was studying with the new vocabulary.
Excellent. Good job.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much,
Okay.
Profe.
Thank you.
Who's next? Okay.
Hello. Hello. My name is Heriberto Solis. I'm an industrial engineer. I'm teaching in English now at Escuela de Preparatoria Ignacio Allende. I have been like a teacher for almost 4 months. Yes, it's my first time like an English teacher. I was teaching math and informatics in the last year, but now I'm teaching English. And the grades are first, second, and third level, and fourth level. I have one group.
Okay.
I'm learning teaching. When I'm teaching, I'm learning too.
Of course.
Yes, and it's important to my life and my professional career. I know I need to learn more English,
Right.
and I'm learning by listening music, watching some movies, reading.
That's good.
Uh, I hope to learn more here with our course.
Okay. Those are your expectations. Okay, very
And
good.
I think that's all. I don't know what else.
I
can
guess that's all. Thank you very much.
I love baseball.
All
Yes.
right.
Yankees is my favorite team.
Okay. With who's next?
Next.
No, thank you. You're the last one. Don't worry. The last one shall be the first next time.
Here?
Yes.
Okay, good morning. My name is Irma Soto Rodriguez, and I work at Preparatoria Genaro Vázquez Rojas, 8416. I work with the students for first and to fourth grade. I teach in English for 15, maybe 15 years old. Excuse me, 15 years.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
And my expectations are to pass exam. Yes. And to learn more strategies through my work with my students.
Excellent. Okay. Thank you very, very much. Finally, you started. See, you're all going to pass. So the order's not important.
Right here.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, good morning, everyone. My name is Adriana Diaz. What is the second one? I work at Maestros Mexicanos Sur, Escuela South. The grades that I teach is first one, second one, third one, and fourth one. Levels. How long I have been a teacher? 5 years. Well, in totally 15 years teaching, but English just 5.
Okay.
And my expectations from this course is to learn as much as I can and pass the question.
Excellent.
That's it.
Okay. Good job. Thank you, Adriana. Okay. Let's see if we can have some of the foreigners present themselves. Let's see if we can do this. I have 4 people watching. Okay. So let's see. Hold on. All right. So I'm going to go over here. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. No post. I don't know who this is. What happened? Okay. Does anyone want to present themselves? Okay. Let's see if they answer us. Anybody from outsiders? Hello? Nobody wants to present themselves? No? Okay. They're shy. All right. Since nobody wants to present themselves, let's start with our class. Yes, thank you. Okay, I'm going to show the screen again. Okay, we have two things that we are going to work with today. We're going to work with vocabulary, how to teach vocabulary. Okay, that's going to be the first one. And the second thing we're going to work with is we're going to start with our grammar skills. Okay, we're going to start looking at the biggest and most important grammar structure in English, which is the verb to be. Okay, and the complexity of it. Are you in Schoology?
Yes.
Yes. Open it's the only class because we didn't finish it, and then it says vocabulary, and then vocabulary handout. Vocabulary handout. Yes? Everybody there? Anybody needs help? Irvita needs help? Okay. Anybody else needs help? No? You're fine? It's loading? It's best if you download it. I guess it's best if you... Do you have your password? Okay. No? It's not, you don't have the caps lock? And up here, something wrong. Soto underscore pa Jota. Can you go first to find the document? Yeah. Okay. Well, let's look at vocabulary then. We know in English that vocabulary is basic. It's very important. I remember when I started teaching. Yes.
I'm sorry, what's the name of the
Handout. Yes. I remember when I started teaching English, and I started, for example, with the verb to be. Immediately after I started with the structure, I realized when I started saying, okay, subject plus to be plus adjective or noun, that's what it crashed me. We need to start sometimes with vocabulary first instead of other things. Actually, the books nowadays begin with a little vocabulary, okay? And I like the new textbooks because they have exercises such as underline words, very basic readings with some very strategic words that are highlighted, that are basic for you to understand and to have, all right? So, and I have also noticed how some teachers, when they teach vocabulary, it's like, okay, let's look at the colors. And then this is red, and then this is yellow, and then this is pink, and then this is blue. And then that's it. Okay? It's like, okay, you get it. Yes, red. Yes, pink. Yes, blue. But they don't work. They don't work it in different ways. Okay? They don't work it in different ways. Maybe before it was harder for them to get material. For us now, it is really very easy to get material. Okay? It is very easy to draw flashbacks, to print flashcards, sorry. Okay? I'm going to show you some web pages, okay, in which you can make your vocabulary, okay? And you can download it to a USB and you can project it to your students, because I know that some of you don't have internet in your school, but there are many tools that you have that you can use when you have internet and when you don't have internet, okay? So now you can start making like your full bank of vocabulary, okay? Have it on the web, and whenever you need it, just take it down, okay, and use it with your students, all right? So you can have like flashcards, right? And then you can have them like with a lot of examples. Just to mention something very simple. With children, when or young adults, when you're starting with colors, okay? Let's say you show them the color purple. we need to relate to them with the color purple. All right. So you can start asking and questioning things like, okay, let's look at things that are purple, right? And so you have to say, hi, good morning. So you have to find things, for example, let's say that you're working with elementary children. Well, maybe, I don't know if they're interested anymore, but maybe you can show them Barney. Barney was purple, okay? Or you can show them fruits and say grapes that are purple. Who likes grapes? Do you like grapes? Yes, okay, well, grapes are purple, okay? And start showing them different things, different items so that they can relate image to the word, okay?
Do you mean purple?
Yes. Oh, the purple. Yes, with like the teacher. Yes. Okay. Yes, that's another. That was very graphic image. Okay. Or if you want to show them yellow, okay, tell them, okay, who likes eggs? Eggs are white and yellow. Who likes it? Then they start saying, well, okay, what color is the sun? The sun is yellow. You show them the picture of the sun. Okay. Remember, you have to elicit these answers and elicit the memory to start connecting, okay, things one with another. If new knowledge doesn't connect to anything, it will never stick, okay? So you have to make it stick. You have to find a way to make it stick, okay? And when you provide different examples, well, what are you supposed to do? Well, work with it, okay? Another basic thing that we always have with vocabulary, along with vocabulary, is spelling. Always have your students work with spelling, okay? Hi, come in. Yes. Sure. Sure.
I think it's not the same word. It's twice, but because well, it's not the same. I don't know. Because it's only one.
Yes, I have it. Okay. All right. So just download it. All right. Let me answer Magali really very quickly. Yes, we are. The link is up above. Okay. Hold on. Let me give this teacher the link because she can't see us. Copy. Okay. All right. So as I was saying, and I think that the last time we were together in class, when you were presenting, I always told you, okay, what other thing can you teach the students besides this? Okay. And remember, for example, Lupita with apples and bananas, numbers, right? Okay. How many A's do you see? How many E's do you see? Okay. So you're always reviewing one thing or another. Okay. When your students are very smart, they realize that you are playing them the trick of learning 2 or 3 things at a time. A lot of them don't even notice. Okay. They don't even notice. All right. So when we're working with vocabulary, all right, you should always be asking them how to spell it. On tests, for example, when you make the test and you are evaluating the vocabulary section, it's important that you include in the instructions that any spelling error will be taken as incorrect. Okay, a lot of teachers, when they're grading vocabulary, they're like, well, one letter, don't make them lazy. It's wrong. They have to learn from the very beginning how to spell the word, okay? And so if the word is misspelled, even one letter, it's wrong. The next time that they're going to study, they're going to try to learn the correct spelling. They will, okay? But that's one of the important things of vocabulary. You have to grade how they spell it, all right? No matter what. For example, also when we're teaching first, we usually teach nationalities, right? That's one of the topics. And when we teach nationalities, the first thing we tell them is, hey, guys, in English is different, okay? Because in English, the nationalities start with capital letter. As a difference to Spanish, they don't start with capital letter. So they have to start learning that, right? And also the days of the week, they always start with capital letter. And so, and I'm talking my kids. My kids are, you know, university. They're 18, 19, 20. Sometimes I have a big adults in class and I tell them, sorry, mijito. Okay, if you don't know how to write, go buy yourself a script, the ones that are like this, okay, and start writing capital letters, okay? I always tell them that. I say, because they're like, it's because for me, this is a capital letter. Tell your students, you have one audience, one person to report to. That's me. That's the teacher. Make sure that there is no confusion for me. You're not evaluating yourself. Exactly. If you want me to grade you correctly, help me grade you correctly. Capital letter, I don't care. Se la voy a hacer de este tamaño. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. Bring extra pieces of paper if you need it, right? But you have to do this correctly. Okay, so we're grading spelling. We are also grading that they use the correct capital letters or non-capital letters, right? Okay, so we grade a lot of things when we grade vocabulary. Vocabulary is way too important. And then eventually, once they're a little more advanced, we also start grading pronunciation. Okay, so even one teeny tiny little thing takes us to evaluate many other things. All right, we're going to look at vocabulary and also how to teach vocabulary, because I know that a lot of teachers skip vocabulary, but we skip pronunciation. They skip it because they don't know the signs, or they believe that they don't have good pronunciation themselves. If you don't think that you have a good pronunciation, this is a chance for you to learn. Okay, remember, you are the model to your students. Okay, whatever you say wrong, they're going to repeat after you, and you don't want that to happen, right? For example, with my 8th and 9th semester students, when they're presenting, I tell them, okay, so now you know how to speak in English. Now we're going to change your accent. And I tell them that I'm going to eliminate their accent, even their Chihuahua accent. Okay? Because when they're presenting, they say, and then, you know, like that we do here in Chihuahua. Okay? It's important. The objective, no. Go back. And then I start telling them about, you know, the stress and where the stress goes and how the pronunciation goes, because they have to present to investors. For example, pymes, they have to present to investors. And these investors, their English, you know, is very good. And I say, if you start you know, singing the presentation, they're not going to like it. Okay? So those are things that we have to change in our students. We have to help them, right, to be better. So there's a lot of things to teach when it comes to teaching vocabulary. Okay, and of course, vocabulary, okay, is involved in all of the language skills. Okay, we see vocabulary in speaking, we see vocabulary in reading, in listening, in writing, and absolutely everything. So vocabulary is everywhere. That's just how important it is. Okay. And you know that a student has or doesn't have good vocabulary when they start saying, okay, how do you say? Because that they learn. How do you say? And then they start one word. And then they say 2 more words. And then, teacher, how do you say? And then 2 more words, right? So I tell them at the beginning, it's okay in the beginning if you don't know the word, okay? You can use a false friend, or, you know, you can use you know how they say everything, they put shun at the end, like amarillation, I don't know, whatever, okay? They do it. It's okay that they do it in the beginning, okay? But, you know, have them learn certain words, and then have them produce the words, have them use those words, okay, so that they get used to the words. Okay? Okay. It says reading or listening vocabulary input. Okay. Whenever we have a reading, okay, reading can have two purposes. I also told you this the last class. You can either use reading to check student pronunciation, all right, how the student reads, or reading comprehension. But you can't do both. You cannot ask the student to read out loud and to comprehend everything he or she is reading. Because when you ask the student to do that, the student focuses more on trying to look good, okay, and trying to pronounce best. Because the minute the student finishes the paragraph and you ask a question, the student's, I don't know, right? So make sure you use reading only for one thing or only for another, okay? When you use it for listening, to listen to them, what are you supposed to focus on? Well, this is because previously you saw some vocabulary words, right? You have the reading, you have some vocabulary words, you teach the student the vocabulary words, and then you say, okay, I want to hear you pronounce these words correctly. That's what I'm going to focus on. And you tell the student, okay, I want you to read and I want you to focus on the vocabulary words that you are going to read. So maybe the vocabulary word is, I don't know, colors, red and yellow and pink. And so the student is going to go, and yellow, and fire, red. Okay, maybe the student is not reading everything perfect, but the vocabulary words, the task you asked, the student is reading it correctly. And that's what you grade, okay? For listening, mainly, that is all. That is all that you do, okay? And then with reading, what you do is, for example, let's say that you have, I don't know, the vocabulary has to do with the days of the week, okay? So you tell the student to read silently, okay, to identify the days of the week, to find the days of the week in the reading, and the activity maybe. Okay, what activity was for Monday? You don't ask the whole big questions, just simple questions. Okay, what activity did you find in the reading that said that Mike does on Sunday? Mike goes to park. Okay, fantastic. All right. Okay, what activity did you find that Mike does on Monday? Mike goes skating. Perfect. What day? On Monday. Perfect. Fantastic. You focus the reading on the vocabulary. Okay, and you make it simpler for the students. All right, because there's reading for everything. Okay, there's reading for reading comprehension, and then there's reading for vocabulary, or there's a combination of both. Okay. And then we have speaking or writing. The same thing, the exact same thing, right? With my first graders, for example, they make a presentation in which they are supposed to come dressed as an occupation, because we look at occupations, right? And so they're supposed to come dressed as an occupation, and they're supposed to give their classmates 10 clues, okay? So what do I focus on? Well, I focus, because we already saw, let's say that we already saw the verb to be. I want to focus on the adjectives that they learned, okay? And so probably the student says, I am a hard worker. Okay, hard worker is one of the adjectives we saw, right? I am in an office. Okay, office is another vocabulary word we saw. Yes, correct. Okay. I know work with mascots. And say, what happened? Mascots? Mascots, it's correct. And then the other students say, no. Okay, tell your classmates what is the correct word. Pets. Pets. Okay, is that the vocabulary word we saw? Yes. If we look at examples of pets, yes. Who has a cat in this classroom? And then they will start saying, Adriana has a cat, or I don't know, Humberto has a cat, right? They will start saying that. Okay, so you focus on the vocabulary words. All right, and the writing, the same thing. Okay, the exact same thing. You ask them to make short writings, maybe at the beginning, right? and you tell them to underline the vocabulary word. So you tell them, for this writing piece, you have to include 10 of the 20 vocabulary words that we saw. And you're going to be graded in the spelling of the vocabulary word and the correct use of the vocabulary word. Okay? And so they make their writing, and you grade that the word was correctly used. Okay, number one, and number two, the spelling. Okay? So that's how we work with vocabulary. Okay. What is vocabulary? Well, vocabulary can be single words or multi-word units. The other day, for example, my students had a reading, and on the reading, it said something like a great deal of. That was I'm trying to find a better marker than the one that I have here. Let's see if I have a better marker. I don't think so. Okay. So the thing was, a great deal of. That was the phrase. Okay. And so what they did was that they tried, obviously, whenever we have problems in English, we immediately go to our L1, to our language one, right? And then they start translating and say, a great, un gran deal. And then they have, because we know that deal has different meanings, right? Un gran trato de. And then that's one of the translations that they gave. And I said, you know what? That's not correct. I said, pay attention to the reading. Hello, come on. Good morning. I said, pay attention to the reading. What are we talking about? Right? The story was, I can probably show it to you in a little while. The story was about Pompeii. Do you know Pompeii? Pompeii in Italy? There's a story. Yes, you've heard. Okay, so there's a story about this town called Pompeii, and it was a very nice place, but there was a dormant volcano. The volcano's name was Vesuvius. No, it's fine. Come on. Was Vesuvius. And one day Vesuvius got mad and it started the big eruption. Okay, it was very unexpected and it was very, very big. So big that the people didn't have time to run away from the city, right? So what happens is that, some of them went to their basements. They hid on their basements, but there was also poisonous gas. So the gas entered and then eventually killed them, right? And the people that were outside, they were trapped in stones and ashes. And so now you can see the shapes of their bodies in Pompeii. Okay, yeah, sure, no problem. So in the reading, okay, it said that the archaeologist that found, his name was Giuseppe Fioselli, something like that. When he found the lost city of Pompeii, it says that there were a great deal of things that taught them about the culture. And I said, okay, if you translate it like that, the translation is completely incorrect, right? All right. So I said, erase a great deal of, okay? Just imagine, they found a lot of things. Were these things important? Yes. Okay. Why were they important? Because they show you about the story of the people of Pompeii. Yes. So they showed them a great deal of. They showed them a lot of things, teacher. Yes, a lot of things, or important things about the people of Pompeii. Okay. So what do we have to do with multi-word units? Go back. Okay. And we shouldn't skip them because they're an important part of the language. Yeah. For example, another student said, give me another example, teacher, of how I can use a great deal of, or a great deal. Okay. If I tell you, for me, if you don't pass my class, it's a great deal. And I said, if you don't understand the word correctly, you're going to say, qué gacha la teacher. Te emociona porque no paso, right? But it's not correct. What I'm saying is that for me, it is very important. if they don't pass, right? It means a great deal, okay? Or if I have probably an object that I love very much and I say, for me, this means a great deal. For me, this means a lot. Okay, for me, this is very important, right? So those are phrases that if we don't teach them, if we don't teach them correctly, eventually they're going to come up with those phrases again, right? And they're not going to know what it is, right? So multi-word units. Okay. Organization, vocabulary for narratives, for columns, for sound patterns, visual patterns, and associate networks for many different things. I'm going to skip this one really fast. Okay. Collocation. Okay. Arbitrary, inexplicable combinations of words. For example, do or make. The eternal fight. Teacher, do or make, right? Forever and ever, okay? But like I told you at the beginning of the class, things like this, we have so much technology now that it's unbelievable that we still have teachers that, you know, it's like, I know, it's the same. Not the same, okay? They have different uses, okay? And when they don't use them correctly, they look dumb. Don't have your students look dumb, okay? And like do and make, there are a bunch of other collocations that we have to teach our students because collocations are part of the language, okay? It says, introduce the concept of collocation early on. From the very beginning, tell them, okay, guys, we're going to look at vocabulary, but I want you to know that English is full of rules and full of exceptions. Okay, and there is one word that is called collocation. We have collocations in Spanish, we have collocations in English, we have collocations in French, we have collocations in every single language. Okay, so you tell them, you introduce them to the topic of collocation. Okay, from the very, very beginning. Okay, we have word formation or the structure of the lexicon. For example, I don't think so, he is here. Is that correct? I don't think so, he is here. No, right? Okay, so this lexicon is completely incorrect. We have to teach them word formation. Okay, they have to know how the word flows in English. Okay, I don't want what? Right. Explain me the rule. This is very common and we hear it all the time. Explain me, because they make the translation. Explíqueme. Okay. So what's correct there? Not explain me. Explain to me. Okay. Yeah. We need the preposition here. Because me is, and then they, a ver, teacher, ¿y por qué no? Because they, you know, they challenge you. They challenge you. And then you start telling them, okay, remember that we saw pronouns and we saw subject pronouns and we saw object pronouns and then we saw possessive, right? And they say, okay, remember the example I gave you? And then I told them, subject I love me, I love you, I love him, I love her. Okay, what is in the middle? And then they say, okay, a verb. All right, so I need something to make the transition for the object. Do you see a transition there? No, teacher. Explain to me. Exactly. Okay. Yeah, and then I like it when they go, Irala, si sabe, you know? Sure, fun. Okay, morphology, prefixes and suffixes, allows expressiveness and creativity. Okay, for this one, I'm going to show you something. I'm going to make a pause right here. There is a book. Let me see. Okay, there is a book called Groover's. Okay. This book is sold in the United States mainly for students who are going to present the SAT, the Scholarship Aptitude Test. This is the Ceneval for American students, okay? And this book is really very good because It has one particular page that shows you a little trick on how to memorize very few roots, Greek and Latin roots, and in order to have access to like 250,000 words. Okay, so if you say my vocabulary is not very extensive, I don't know a lot of vocabulary, what you do is you memorize or you learn the roots, prefixes, and the suffixes. Okay, and then you have access to these words. These students, I remember when I was teaching this class, one of the biggest problems was vocabulary, because the vocabulary is extremely intense in these tests. And say, hi teacher, we're never going to catch up with the students from the United States. They have a lot of vocabulary words. So when I went to the US for a course, and they asked us to tell them about the problems we had back in our regions, I told them, I come from Mexico. My students, obviously, first language is not English. My students have a delay of, while your students have already read 70 books, my students barely have read 10 books. Okay. Yeah. When I got my students, few had read books, some. Yes, exactly. Right. So I said, and one of the things that I'm having problems with is vocabulary. So the teacher said, okay, you need to go buy this book. Buy it today, bring it tomorrow, and I'll show you what to do with it. So I bought the book. I found it on PDF, because eventually I have passed it on to some of my students. Let's see. I'm going to try to find it really very fast. Okay. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Okay. Oh, here it is. It's going to be right here, but I don't know what page it is. Okay, here we go. Okay. It says, hold on. Okay. A group of prefix root suffix list that gives you the meaning of over 200,000 words. Okay, so if you learn what I'm going to show you, you will have access to 200,000 words. Okay, and words that you don't know. This, according to some linguistic studies made, approximately 60% of our English words are derived from Latin and Greek, of course. The following Latin and Greek roots, prefixes, and suffixes frequently show up in some of the words that appear in reading skill passages. Learn these Latin and Greek word parts to increase your reading vocabulary immensely, and thus score well in your reading skills test. These prefixes, roots, and suffixes can give you the meaning of over 200,000 words. Okay, so when the teacher showed me this, I was like, right, what happened? Yeah, I know. Okay, all right. So these are the roots. Okay, we start with the roots. Okay, and sometimes it's, like I said, it's good to teach your students the roots too. Okay, because they say, suena como el inglés. Yeah, because it's Latin, silly. Okay. Okay, so you just explain that to them. All right, so we have, okay, I don't know, for example, anim, mind, like anonymous, and years, like annuals, biennial, apt, like join, apt, adapt, whatever. Okay, I'm going to move on to the list so that you can see how big the list is. Okay. So that's 1.5 pages. More roots, 2 pages, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pages, okay, of roots. Those were just the roots, okay? I mean, if you actually divide 8 in the weeks that you teach, okay, it's nothing, okay? And then these are obviously the English prefixes, okay, which we usually use, like the ones for the adjectives, okay, the ones for the verbs, right there, okay. Latin prefixes, these are obviously much more familiar to us. They're less, it's just that they're, they're very separated because of their meanings, okay. Okay, more. So they're like, in total, they're like 20 pages, okay, of roots, prefixes, and suffixes that you actually learn. And when you do that, like I said, okay, what do? You get the word. There's a word that you don't know, and so you break the word, you deconstruct the word, and then you grab the root and I remember this root word, it means this. And then you grab and you see, I don't have a prefix, but I have a suffix, right? I have a suffix. There is it. Okay. And so you immediately know the word. Okay. And this helped me a lot with in my own language. And of course, when I gave it to my students and I said, okay, guys, we have a big task. Our task this semester is to learn all this. And they were like, nah, this is too much. La teacher is crazy, you know, whatever. She went mad. And then when we started working on it, and then we started working on it and practicing and practicing and practicing. And then every month I would give them a sample test of the SAT. And then they would say, teacher, I learned like 10 more words. I found 10 words that I didn't know on the SAT. And so then they connected, right? Say, this is good for me. So then they started working with it, okay? If you don't see it proper for your students, see it proper for you, okay? See it proper for you, all right? You have to improve your English. You need to perfect your English, okay? So this is one way, because a lot of times they, hi, teacher, give me pages with vocabulary. I need more vocabulary. Here, take the Groover, okay? Yeah. And learn 200,000 words. You want me to upload it for you to to Schoology? Okay, I will send it to you to Schoology. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be teaching you about false friends. Okay, how our students always use something called false friends, and they're called false friends because they sound like Spanish, you know, but they're not a word. Yes, they do that. It's like always the principal, you know, el director, ¿dónde está? No, the main. The main. See, and then what you did was you told them what principal was, right? And they say, no, el director, ¿verdad? They start correcting themselves. It's like, yeah, what is it? The main, exactly, the main reason instead of the principal reason, right? Yes, but they always do that. Completely agree with you, Aiden. Yes. You came the first class. No, you didn't register. Okay, let me see if I have it. If I have it like right here. Do you have okay. Take out a piece of paper, please, so you can like copy it. Too much. This is the access code. 2BP, yes, PMS hyphen HP C 8P. Yes, perfect. All right. Okay, so then this is the Groovers, which I will be sending to you, okay, to Schoology. All right, so back to the presentation. It says the morphology, where the word comes from, or how the word transforms, comes many times from prefixes and suffixes. And it allows expressiveness and creativity because, again, if you have more access to more words, the richer your vocabulary is, right? The richer it is. And then sometimes, you know, I like to like mess with my students, give them words that for them sound because you know how they are. Okay, sound like a little kinky, and they'll immediately get it. Like I'll go by and they're not doing anything, and I say, you are procrastinating, and they me está insultando. It's like, no, I'm not insulting you. You are procrastinating. What's procrastinating? Not doing what you're supposed to be doing. ¿Cómo era la palabra? Procrastinating. It is, yeah, they go around the class and they, you procrastinating. Yeah, but they say it like an insult, but it's actually not. Okay. Okay. And so here you have another web page that takes you to prefixes, but I'll send you the groups, okay? And this site, by the way, EnglishClub.com, is a very good page for a lot of English things. Okay. Okay, more suffixes. The English Club. Okay. Definitely more. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, these are related to grammar. We'll see them later. Derivational suffixes and so on and so forth. Okay, so you have this little like reading right there. You should be able to see it, right? Because maybe here it's too small. Okay. Can you see that everybody has the reading? Yes? Okay. Teachers, what I want you to do is I want you to read, okay? And I want you to find words that may be prefixed or may be suffixed in the reading. Okay? As many words as you find. Okay? I'm going to give you 5 minutes. Let's say, which one is it? Is this one right? Yeah, right? I don't know where you go. I'm going. No, for you. So I need you to turn it on so you can have access to it. Okay, any questions? Everybody knows what we have to do? Profe, what do we have to do?
No, I don't know.
Okay, Adriana, okay. Number 1, you're going to read Jim plays softball, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and you're supposed to try to find what? Words that have what? A prefix or a suffix. Okay, so I did. What are you going to do? Number 1? Read. Read. And number 2, try to find what? Words that have what? Prefix or? Okay. How much time did I give you? 5 minutes. Good. Okay. Start. We are ready. Well, we can use this one. Because this doesn't need this. Ingeniería, I think it's the password. Yes.
Only
Only ingeniería. No caps lock. It should be page 5. Page 5. Do you have Schoology? Okay, open your Schoology. If you want, you can read it from there meanwhile, right? No, your Schoology. I'm going to try to do something else anyway. I'm going to try to upload. Oh, because I asked them so they would move the projector. Because I'm scared the projector will fall. Yeah, that's why.
I thought we're like students remotely.
Yeah. Well, that happened too. That happened too, but I didn't like tell them to move forward because really didn't want them like hearing these two, so they would move the projector because it's like pending from there. So
From the teacher.
yeah, it's about to like any movement and it would just fall over. Yeah. So you see
Much better.
that's what I'm trying to do. Anything? One more minute.
Is that the answer to write the subject?
Yes. Yes, please. Are you finished? Oh, sorry. It's because somebody said no los encuentro. This is, I don't know who it is. Let me try. It's Carmen Armendariz. Let me immediately send her the email, the link.
Get it? I was some of this in the.
Really? No. But she means on the web.
Right.
She doesn't find us.
Here the location is
Oh yeah, it's crazy. Okay. Sorry, I'll be right there. Right. Wait. Because you already have
my email
and your password. I don't know what password you used. That I don't know. Ready? No. It's okay. It's okay. I can give you more time. Courses? Courses? Yeah. Only English teachers. And then we have lesson, because we didn't finish the lesson.
The next week we are online.
Yes. Teaching vocabulary. Handout. Okay.
Excellent.
Just welcome. You ready? You finished? Is this
We have to write down.
Yes, write down. Yeah, write down. Write down. Good, teacher. You're doing great. Yeah. How about you? Where do you have it? Where are your words? Wait, where are your words? No, okay, write it down. See, now you're like your students. Now you're like your students. Yeah. Well, it's okay. It's okay. I give you a chance to be your students. Yeah. Did you do your homework? Right here. I have a stamp. I have stamped their brain right here. Their front. And I told them their forehead. And I told them, you know what? If you don't bring this the day I ask for all the stamps, you don't have to stamp. That's what the next time they do it. I know. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
What you can do is also you can, if you want to download it, you can download it here. Okay, so you can have like a bigger version. Because that's way too small. You see, you should download it because it's too small. Yeah, download it. Or make it bigger here. Either.
Is it necessary to download the file?
No, you don't have to. Not necessary.
Okay.
I mean, this was just for like
We can do it.
Yeah, you can do it. Yes, like this up here. Yeah. Or you can download it. Thank you. I know. I see like this. I see, why are they fighting? It's so small. For I did maybe should leave your Thank you. Ready to read that? Ready. You got it. It's a derivation of the language. Okay. Here we go. Let's see how many you found. On the first sentence, Jill was inactive. Did you find any prefix or suffix word? Irmita?
Yes, inactive.
Inactive. Very good. It's prefixed or suffix?
Prefix.
It's prefixed. Okay, good. What is the prefix?
Because it's the in the
Before.
Yes.
before active before the
Root. Or the base word. This one is actually a base word. Okay. So the prefix is in, right? And the word is active. Okay. So just by looking at it, we know what active means, right? Okay. Maybe we don't know what the prefix word is. Maybe imagine we don't know. So we say, okay. And you tell your student, inactive. Do you think this means that Jill was the same or different? And then they'll say, different, right? Obviously, because if it's not active and more active, we'll do. And okay, so what is inactive? And then they'll say, not active. Okay, so then in means not, right? Okay, good. The second sentence, she didn't like to run any suffix. No, right? None at all. The second, she didn't like to swim. No. To her, exercise was impossible. Yes. Which one is the word? Impossible. Okay, prefix or suffix? Prefix. What's the prefix? Im, right? Okay, so the base word is possible. And then again, you tell your students, okay, everybody knows what possible is. What do you think is impossible? And then they'll say not possible, right? Exactly, so you say, very good. That's right. Okay, so the next one, it was inconvenient. Yes, inconvenient. Okay. Prefix, suffix, or both? Both. Yes. In is the base word here is convene. That's the base word, convene. Okay? That's right, convenient. Okay? So we have a prefix and a suffix word. Okay, again, you would ask your students, okay, what is convenient? Give them the whole word first. Convenient means that it's good for you. Okay. So in, we already said not good for you. All right, good. And then we tell them convene and then convenient. All right, the next one. She exercised irregularly. Irregularly. Very good. Okay. Prefix, suffix, or both? Both. Right? Okay, so we have, what's the base word? Regular. The base word is regular. Right? And then regularly, okay, means how often you do something. Right? Okay. So regularly. And irregularly means how not so often you do something. Okay. Jill knew she was being irresponsible. Irresponsible. Prefix, suffix, or both? Both. What's the base word? The base word. Response. Response. Because yes.
DLI
Is the suffix. Yes.
I is the prefix.
The ear. IR. Irresponsible. Okay. It's healthy. It is healthy to be active. Healthy. Good. Yes. Absolutely. This why explains the condition of. Okay. The condition of being healthy. For example, and then you can tell them that there are some easy ones. For example, pretty. And say why? This is the condition of being what? Pretty. Nice. Right? The condition of being nice. Okay. Good. Jill decided to try softball.
Try.
Which one?
Try.
Okay.
Is
I'm going to go back up. I'm going to go back up. Yes, it's a verb. Look at this. Okay. And these are called inflectional suffixes. Yes. It's a suffix. Yes. Because we say it's the past. Right? We say it's the past. Yes, it's the past. But it has a word. Right? And we say, is the ED? Yes, but it has a word. It's called inflectional suffix. Okay? It's an inflectional suffix. Okay? Yeah. Okay. See, and the plurals and the third person singulars. So see, this is the grammar, right? Inflectional. But we have two, inflectional and derivational suffixes. Okay? And derivational suffixes are these. Okay? And here it says, oh, and let me tell you the difference because that's also important. Okay, the inflectional suffixes. Can you please read it first?
Inflectional suffix do not change the meaning of the original word. So, in every day I walk to school, and yesterday I walked to school. The words walk and walked have the same basic meaning. And I have one car, and I have two cars. The basic meaning of the words car and cars is exactly the same. In this case, The suffix is at, simply for grammatical correctness. Look at this example.
Okay, now, and here there is an irony because in the title, inflectional, it's prefixed, okay, and
Yes.
suffixed, okay, because the base word here is flex, flexibility. Inflectional, no flexibility. It means it stays the same.
It's hard.
It's hard, exactly. It stays exactly the same. So you can, it doesn't matter, okay? You can use it with ed or no ed, and it's the same. You can use it in singular, you can use it in plural. Animals is the same thing. You can,
Inflectional only we can use in one form.
yes, okay. It means it's going to be exactly the same word. It doesn't change. And this, like I said, is mainly used for grammatical changes, okay? Because in grammar, if we change it, it doesn't change the meaning. It just changes the tense, right? And then the other one, derivational suffixes. Adriana, can you please read that one for us?
The new word has a new meaning and is crucial. The new to the
And it is derived. What does the word derived means? It comes from. It comes from the old meaning. Okay, so yes, we have a new word. Okay, we have a new word, it has a new meaning. Okay, but it comes from someplace. Okay, it has a base, it has a background. Okay, and then we have, for example, derive. Okay, and then we have derivation. Okay, and derivation. And here it changes because I can say derive is the verb. Okay, all right. And then we have the noun, derivation, it's a thing. And then we go to derivational, it's an adjective. Okay, let me show you another example. This one is okay. Forgot my erase. I'm gonna get it back. Okay, so for example, this word this is another one. This one has no change actually. Okay, this one only changes in pronunciation. Okay, the verb, graduate, right? I graduated last year. I will graduate in 2 years. Okay, something like that. The noun, graduate. He is a graduate student. Okay, so it just changes in pronunciation. Okay, yeah, the sound, that's it. Okay, thank you, Nico. Thank you so much. Okay, so that's the only difference. Okay, and here we have some examples of those derivational suffixes. We have Asian, which we use a lot in English, shun, shun, s, nes, and l. Okay, and then we have nouns. Yes, and then we have suffix. Thank you. Example, original word. For example, the original word is explore, and we have suffix exploration. Okay, explore is what? The verb, right? I like to explore, or I explore new things every day, right? Better yet said. Okay, and exploration. The exploration of the subject is difficult. It's a noun. Now it changes to a noun. It's a thing, right? Okay. The same thing for the rest. Persuade. Okay. Persuade is a verb. I persuade my students to learn more English every day. It's a verb. Persuasion. Now it's the action. It's a thing, right? It now turns into right. Okay. And then we have teach. Okay. That's the verb. I teach English. Teacher. It's the noun, right? I am a teacher, right? It changes to the noun. So it does change. It changes, right? The meaning is not the same because here we're talking about the verb, here we're talking about the person, okay? But this comes from this. It derives, okay? It comes from a certain part, okay? So we have
male.
yes, both are nouns, right? Yeah, but male and female. And here we have more. Some of you said, for example, right now with healthy, for example, right? That's right. And you have it right here. Okay, and this would be health, and then over here, and we have healthy.
Table. Table. Table is talking about the question. Table text. Table.
Oh, taxable. Yes, yes. Able means the condition
It's
of,
about we can pay.
yes, it's taxable, that you can deduct it from tax. It's taxable. For example, gasoline, right? It's taxable. Candies, not
You're
taxable.
not.
Yeah, here not. Yeah, definitely here not. Yeah, if you're in the US and you buy candies for Halloween, it's taxable. No, I know. Sad for us. As always. Okay. Where did we leave off? Let's see. Decided. So decided. Yes. It's what kind? Inflectional or derivational? Inflectional. Okay. Suffix. Okay. She liked to throw. Light. Of course. Again. Inflectional suffix. Okay. She liked to catch. Right. Again. Another inflectional. She could learn to hit a ball with a bat. No. Nothing, right? Nothing there. Jill joined a team. Joined. Good. She learned that she liked to run the bases when she made a hit. Learn, liked. No, not run. Bases. Good. Yes, another inflection. Okay, good. When she made a hit. This was logic. This was illogical because Jill didn't like to run. Illogical. Very illogical. Okay. But it seemed different. See? Yes, ED. Anything else? Okay. Jill learned that she liked to play softball. Learned and liked. Good. She might like a different sport too. I did? I did say different. Now different, we have it here, and we had it here. What is the base form of the base form of different? There is a verb. There is a verb. When you say you don't agree with someone, I differ. Exactly, defer. And that's a verb. Okay, so it changes from defer to different. Okay, defer to different. From a verb to a noun. What kind of suffix is it? Inflectional or derivational? Yes, exactly. Because it comes from another word, right? And changes. Yes. Very good. I did a job. Okay. All right.
Oh, I have a question.
Yes.
It has some and you what's the difference of
What, for example, what word? No, they're the same. They're verbs in simple past. Yeah. No, it's past tense.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Why-
But it has a word. It has a word. The ed ending has a word. It has to. It's a part of speech. Okay, like we have nouns and we have subjects and we have verbs and we have prepositions and we have whatever. This part you simply call it ed. Okay, for the students to understand. But you should know as a teacher the basic name of that ed. Okay, and the basic name for that ed is inflection. That's what it's called, but it's the simple past. Yes. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Yes, sure.
Like, I'm like, well,
No.
past tense, but they're also cover of this
Yeah, they're past tense, and the ed is inflection. That's how you call it. It's an inflectional suffix. Yes. Remember, if you feel confused, feel free to ask. Okay? Don't be ashamed to ask. Like, really, for real. How many of you knew the name inflection? Right? We don't. We really don't. And especially if, for example, we always teach economics or finance or math or whatever, and then we come to English, it's just like, what? Right? This is completely new. We don't know. Right? How many of us actually studied to become English teachers? No, right? We didn't. This is something that we have had to learn, throughout time. Okay? So don't feel bad. Okay? We're here for a reason. All right? That's what we're here for. Okay, and eventually this is going to help you. This is going to help you a lot because, like I said, sometimes we get really nice students who they take in everything we give them, but then there's some mean little suckers, and they question the teachers. Okay, I want to know how much she knows, right? And this is one way of punching you in the face. I know her. Okay, all right. So it's good. Okay, so don't feel bad about it. Don't feel bad about it. Okay, this is free reading net, whatever. Be more there on prefixes and suffixes. Okay, let me show you this. Okay, and more about prefixes and suffixes. Okay. All right. It says depth, not breadth. Students learn fewer words, but learn them better. This is true, okay? For obvious reasons, it's logic. Students learn fewer words, but learn them better. Students learn every aspect of the word. For example, we teach them the pronunciation, the spelling, the collocation, the main meanings, and other meanings, okay? And I'm talking comparing to, for example, students in the United States who their language is in English, right? And then they just learn English like we learn Spanish, right? So the meaning is like automatic. They automatically know. But our students, our second language learners, we provide them with all the information. Because you ask an American, for real, you ask an American, give them for example, the different and defer, and tell them which one is the noun and which one is the verb and why. And they'll go, they don't know. They don't know, right? So they have problems with grammar. Exactly, a whole lot of problems with grammar, right? But our students, on the other hand, right, if we teach them this, they go and they say, oh, well, this word derives from this, and this is what it means, and this is the base form. They can give a whole explanation. They can. Okay, so they know fewer words, but they know them better. Okay. All right. And remember how I was telling you about the importance of when we teach a vocabulary word, maybe not the first year, maybe not the second year, but around the third year, or the third semester, better yet said, because we go by semesters. The third semester, we have to start teaching our students a little bit about pronunciation. Okay, this is basic. This is really very important, because a lot of the times when they they enter a decent dictionary. For example, my students do not have permission to use anything that is not Cambridge Dictionary. They have to use the Cambridge Dictionary. Okay, they cannot use word reference, or maybe they can also use the freedictionary.com, but no word reference, no wiki dictionary, no Google Translator. Okay, so when they enter, for example, the Cambridge Dictionary, okay, and I tell them, okay, look at the word. What is the first thing you see after the word? And then they say, it says US or UK. What does that mean? Well, if it's American English or British English, okay, fantastic. And then I say, and then what do you see? And then they say a bunch of things, because they don't know how they're called, right? A bunch of things. And I say, okay, those are phonetic symbols. Okay, that's what teaches you how to pronounce a word. And then I say, and then what do you see? A letter or letters. And then when this one is sometimes they don't connect immediately, but when they see ADJ, they say, adjective. Yes, it's an adjective. Okay, so it's going to tell you what part of speech it is. In this case, this one is a noun. All right, a wrinkle is a noun because it's a thing. All right, and then they have the definition. So when we start, right, with looking at dictionaries and how to pronounce, I have to show them this thing right here. Okay, I have to teach them the phonetic chart. Okay, that's not the one. Sorry, that's not the one. That's not the one. Okay, I have to teach them this one. And so I show them this one and I say, okay, do not feel overwhelmed. Okay, don't feel like, I have no idea, what's this? Okay, I said, we're going to learn this little by little by little. And I tell them, this is the reason why you have so much trouble pronouncing some words, and then you don't know sometimes how to pronounce words. And I say words, simple words like apple. Okay, we have people that say apple. Have you heard it? Apple? Yes. Okay. Yes, and some students say apple, and then they say why apple and not apple? Well, this is the reason why. And I say, okay, from here to here, people, all of these are vowel sounds. And I say it's hard for us because in Spanish there are only 5 vowel sounds. A, E, I, O, U. A is always A, E is always E, I is always I, O is always O, and U is always U. That's right. They're inflectional. They don't move, okay? But in English, oh my God, there are so many different pronunciations. And then I tell them, well, this one, for example, this one is the most common. This one. Let me show the people that are here. This one is the most common, okay, in the English language. And this one has a name. And this one is called schwa. Okay, it's called the schwa. It has it's like this. It's called the schwa. Okay, and the pronunciation of the schwa is yeah, it's just that's the okay. So I say, if we are learning English and you see this word, you're going to try to pronounce it like in your native language. You're going to say America, right? But in English, that's incorrect. So you have to say, and look at this, and both are underlined. So you have to use the on both. So the word is America, right? America, okay? That's the pronunciation of that letter. So that one is like the most commonly used, right, of all. And then I give them I give them like little basics because, like I said, this I cannot see it in one class. I cannot see it in 2 classes. This goes little by little. That's why in your textbooks you have practice this particular pronunciation piece because this is hard. And then I tell them, just so you know, this means these little symbols, these like little sand clocks. They mean that the sound is long. These little sound clocks right here. Okay, so for example, the first word is read. Read. It's an E sound, but it's long. Read. Okay, I read. It's long. Because if I didn't have that, if I didn't have the sand clock, it would be rid. Rid. Rid means to get rid of something. Deshacerme de algo, right? But if I have it, exactly. It means it's long. Read. All right. This one too. Two. What happens if I take away one O? 2. It turns into a preposition, right? A little different. Okay. Another one right here. We have word, because that like this like inverted 3 is an word. It's long. Word. Okay, it's a long sound. This one also is long. sword, sword, sword. Okay? And this one, heart, heart. Okay? And then they say, oiga, teacher, y hay uno que suene así, 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 They say, yeah, this one. That crazy symbol. Cat. Yeah, I have a cat. Yes, cat. It's a simple right? It's a simple sound. Okay? And then, like I said, little by little, you introduce them to the different vowel sounds according to the lessons that you have, right? But you show them this so that they know. They know that, they have a lot of work, that you're going to look at pronunciation, that when they enter the dictionary, they can see this and they can learn how to pronounce a word. Instead of saying, teacher, ¿cómo se pronuncia esto? Check the dictionary. Check the dictionary, see if it works, okay? And then from here to here, we have the consonants, okay? These, even though they look like letters, they're phonetic symbols, okay? And some of them are very easy, like in Spanish. So we have b, t, d, ha, ha. Okay? This one and this one, they are very common in English, okay? And I always tell my students, I'm talking about this one, people, and this one right here. Oh, sorry, this one and this one. And I tell them, you know how in the rest of the Republic, they make fun of us here in Chihuahua because of the shirt. And I say, in English exists, and it's this one. It's this one. So you be proud of Chihuahua and you say, I bought a short, because it's short. It's a long sound. And if you don't know, no. And if you don't say short, you're not doing it right. Okay? And this one has a symbol very similar to this one, but this one, there's something there. This one is like when you sneeze. It's short. So this one is cheese. 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 Everything that is CH is short. Church. Cheese. Okay?
Sure.
Somebody said, I think it was you, Delma, you said you like tongue twisters? No, somebody said that they like tongue twisters for their students. Chester Cheetah has some Chester Cheetah Cheetos. This is okay? Chester Cheetah has some Chester Cheetah Cheetos. It's short. Okay? It's kind of a T, actually. It's kind of a T. Yes, okay? Yeah, Chester Cheetah. Yeah, right? It's talking about the tiger. All right? And I say, you don't go, because I tell them, what did you do on Sunday? I went to church. No, church, no. You went to church. Short. You went to church. No church. Because they say church. Yes, they say church. You went to church. I don't know where you went, but you went to church. Okay? And so you show them. Okay, you tell them. If it has SH, okay, there, bring out your Chihuahua. Okay, because it's right sound. Yeah, like that. You bring out all the long ones. Okay, so, and they like that. They when you give them, the tongue twisters, she sold seashells by the seashore. Okay, but I want to see, because I tell them I have to see trompa. Okay, for that. Okay, she sold seashells by the seashore. Yeah, because if not, they're not shoo. Okay, yeah, yes. Let's see. Show me trompa. Do it. She sold seashells by the seashore. I'm going to put it for you. I'm going to write it for you so you can say it. Okay? Yeah, and those tongue twisters are, they're really fantastic. They're really good. And actually that, the sh and the ch, they come really at the very beginning of English language because they are very common. They're really very common. Okay? And then, hold on. She saw seashells by the seashore.
Seashore.
Ready? Because you're going to do it together. Okay? 1, 2, 3.
She saw seashells by the seashore.
Yeah. Okay? I'm going to do it again. I'm going to say 1, 2, 3. You're going to do it because I want to check your lips. 1, 2, 3.
She saw seashells by the seashore.
Inge, come on. Yeah, exactly like the selfies, like that. Okay. All right. And this is important. This is actually good. This is how you measure your students' pronunciation. I tell them that those are my best classes because I have a lot of fun, because I get to see them, do exactly that. Okay. I get to see them do that. All right. So then I'm going to go back to the presentation. All right, and another important thing to teach them with this one is the strong sound of the t in English language, okay? Because that sound is also very commonly used in English, okay? And we need to teach our students to pronounce it. So, for example, to practice the t sound in English, I tell them, okay, guys, grab a piece of paper, put it this far away. Maybe I should hold it. Let me go to the video for my other teachers so they can see, because teachers, foreigners, you have to practice this, okay? Let's see. Okay. All right. And you're going to do this, okay? So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to grab a piece of paper approximately this far away. And you're supposed to pronounce the T and it's supposed to move. Do it. It's your turn. Okay, so like yours is double, doesn't count. Okay, just like this, and you're supposed to do. Okay, if it doesn't move, you're not doing it right. Okay, it's supposed to be cheese, church. You see? Do it.
Sure.
That's because you're not. Do it. Yeah, see, you got it. So what are you doing? Right? It's all here. Yeah, move the trompa. Right? You have to move the trompa. Okay? And you're trying to do it. It's going to be harder. So do it. Better? Yeah. So this is helpful because also when you teach your students grammar and you teach them the how to pronounce ED, one of the ways to pronounce ED is with termination t, right? So you're going to say liked, walked, right? Because if they say walk it, talk it, right? It's not going to work. I'm sorry, it's not going to work. You can even have a little like a little pronunciation test and say this is for 5 decimals. If your hojita doesn't move, you don't pass. Okay? Yeah. Yes. Like, right. Exactly. Yeah. And then so you have to pronounce walked and talked and and liked, and it has to move the 3 or the 5 times, and so they'll do it right. It doesn't move, right? So you need more punch, right? You definitely need more punch. Okay. I hope you practiced. All right. I'm going to go back to the presentation. No, teacher, but I was talking. Hi, teacher. Like your students, I swear. Yeah, like because you didn't see him, but he said, "Talk it." That's what he did. Yeah, I know. No, yeah, and right now you're a student. But I'm going to grade you. No, just kidding. Of course. Okay. So you see, what else? For example, something that is also, these are very common, these two. Okay, because this is and again, that's another very difficult sound for our students. Again, you give them the pronunciation class. This is a very fun class because you have them do this the whole time. I say, escupa al compañero enfrente si no le cae escupitajo, no cuenta, because they have to do this. And then they say, I can't do it. And then I say, I don't know if you know him, I don't care. I used to have a co-worker, his name was Carlos Pablo. And Carlos Pablo steps on his tongue, And I would say, you have to do like Carlos Pablo. Carlos Pablo always said, mi esposa cocina como las diosas. And I said, you have to do the same thing. Right? So then they're like Carlos Pablo, yes, like Carlos Pablo, mi esposa cocina como las diosas. And then they start saying, or Bugs Bunny, right? And so they start saying that. I said, you see, you can do it. So now pronounce think. And then it's like think, because they say think. No, I don't know what think is. I don't know. I know think, but I don't know think. Okay? And what they laugh a lot when we look at singulars and irregular singulars and plurals. And then I say tooth, and then tooth, okay, and I say teeth, and then it's like teeth, and I say no, teeth means booby. So if you say I brush my teeth, right? I don't know what you're doing, and then say, "Ay, teacher, qué vergüenza." Yes, so that's what you have to say. I brush my teeth. Exactly. Okay. Yeah, you have to motivate the students, okay, so that they know how to, they start working. And then you have also tongue twisters, like Thor is the god of thunder. Thor, thunder. They all know Thor, right? They say, "Ay, me encanta Thor." No, me encanta Thor, right? So Thor is the god of thunder, right? Yeah. So then they do the tongue twisters too. Okay. Yeah. And then we have this one, the j. Okay, this one sounds casual. Yeah, and then, this one is like, we don't say, right? We say Jack. We don't say hack or hon. We say John, right? The j sound. This one, which is hello, there is only one word, I believe, where it doesn't sound H. And then we have, this one is the gangoso sound. Yeah. Okay, gangoso. Okay, this one I say, imagine it's hanging a moco, and then, just say it. This one? Yeah. Oh, the chart. Not yet, but I'm supposed to send it in pronunciation, but I will send it today. Don't worry, I can send it to you today. Okay. So, like I said, when you start with pronunciation, you show them this. Okay. Don't say this is not on the test. Maybe we're only going to look at these two because of the unit, but I want you to know why it's important, where it comes from. So you give them the class. It's okay to spend one class doing this, what we did just now. So they know the importance, okay? They know the objective. This is where the teacher wants us to go. And then, being a little presumptions, let me see if I can find it really very fast. Okay. You see, this is because this is what we're going to, it's what we're going to see. So let's see. Yeah, minimal pairs also. Here, transcription practice. Okay, so I show them this and I say, okay, guys, this looks like Arabic. This looks like a different language. This looks like, right? And I say, and when you learn the phonetic symbols, you can read a different language. That's what you can do. Okay? Teaching English pronunciation is an interesting endeavor. It can be extremely satisfying for both teachers and students. Okay, let's see this one. Unfortunately, however, many teachers leave this important element out of their lesson for a very simple reason. They don't know how to correctly teach pronunciation. Right? So you learn it, and it's like learning a whole new different language. Right? I told my students that when I was in school, for me, I really like this very much, and a friend of mine also, and this was like our secret code language because nobody else knew it. They didn't care, but this was actually very cool. Then I lost practice. I really lost practice, but it's and so you show it to them, and they're like, oh, what the teacher knows. Okay. Yeah, like that. Okay, so the part of teaching vocabulary is teaching also pronunciation. Okay, so there we have the wrinkle. Okay. This is a thesaurus. Okay, we all know what a thesaurus is, right? It gives us synonyms of words. Okay, all right. So this is a visual thesaurus, more or less. What are the synonyms for wrinkle? It could be crinkle, crease, a line, a seam, a furrow, a rumple, a tumble. Okay, and you show them. See, there are many different ways in which you can say wrinkle. Okay, a thesaurus. Okay. Okay, deaf, not breath says students hear, see, say, and write the word in meaningful context. Okay, our students, when they reach a certain level, okay, and we tell our students, guys, you have to write sentences. I want you to write one sentence for each vocabulary word. Okay, and the students, they're lazy. It's in their blood at that age. It's in their blood. And then they start writing what I call kindergarten sentences. Okay, so if we're talking about days of the week, they say, I sleep on Sunday. Okay, sentence one. I'm finished. So force them and have them write sentences with meaningful context. I tell them significant sentences. Okay, significant sentences. And so what they have to do is they have to write a sentence so long that the vocabulary word, the new vocabulary word, has to have like an inside definition. Okay, that's what we do when we read, right? We read, we come upon a word that we don't know, and then we go. You go back to the reading, and then there is a clue there. There is something there that lets you know what that word means. That's what your students have to start doing. Okay, at a certain level, they need to stop writing kindergarten sentences. Okay, and they have to start writing meaningful sentences in word context. They have to be proactive rather than reactive. Give them a proactive rather than a reactive approach. Have them do more. Okay, again, the same thing. Okay, this one is even better because this one is divided into syllables. Okay, for division of syllables, there are 5, actually 7. Rules for dividing syllables. Dividing syllables is not the same in Spanish as it is in English. Okay. In Spanish it's particularly easy. In English it is not. Okay. For example, this one, you can see that it's divided here. When our students don't know and you tell them, okay, divide the word happiness into syllables, they say hap-i-ness. They put the 2 P's together. Okay. And so we have to teach them. Okay, one of the rules for separating syllables is between double consonants. Oh, you have to divide there. So you teach them the rule about dividing between consonants, dividing between, do not separate blends. Blends are like TH, for example, or like SH, or like TL. Okay, you do not separate those because they're called blends. You also teach them how to divide phonetically. Okay, for protection of the sound of a word. For example, where did I leave my marker? I lost my marker. Well, I'll do it. It's okay. I'll do it in the word. For example, I found it. Can, her. Okay, so we divided panther. We don't divide it. We don't divide it like this because this is going to say panther, panther. Okay, So the A needs to be protected to have a short sound. Pa, pa, panther. If we have the word, this one, and we say, for example, the word is venom. The E is short. So this one is the correct one. We don't say venom. No, this is venom. Okay? This E needs to be protected so that the sound stays short. Venom. Okay? And so you also teach them there the rules on how to separate the words, okay? So that they also know how to pronounce them. See, there are many, many different things for vocabulary. How many of these things do we do for vocabulary when we teach? No. Así, vocabulary, yeah. Quickie, to some sentences and voila. Órale. Right? Yeah. But we are forgetting basics of the language. Okay. Here we go. More thesaurus. Okay. For example, happiness. We have, it's a noun, it's the definition, and the synonyms. Look at all the synonyms. Okay. So again, if you are, let's say, 4th semester, and you're teaching your students, and they're supposed to write about, I don't know, certain adjectives with certain adjectives, tell them, okay, but I'm not going to permit sad, happy, no, the typical ones. You have to change it. How? Go to a thesaurus. Find a thesaurus. Or you show them the thesaurus and say, okay, we have beatitude, blessedness, bliss, cheer, cheerfulness, cheeriness, content, contentment, delectation, delight, delirium, ecstasy. For some reason, they like this one very much. I don't know why. Elation, enchantment, enjoyment, euphoria, exhalation, exuberance, felicity, gaiety. Gaiety comes from gay. Okay, and gay means happy. Okay, so it's gaiety, geniality, gladness, glee, like the series. Good cheer, good humor, good spirits, hilarity. They like this one. Hilarity and hilarious. Hilarity, hopefulness, joviality, like in Spanish. Jubilation. They say jubilation is like, ¿qué es cuando se jubila alguien? Leo, pues está feliz. Right? So ahí está la conexión. There you have the connection. But no, it's retired. Yes, retired. Okay, laughter, lightheartedness, merriment, mirth, optimism, paradise, peace of mind, playfulness, pleasure, prosperity, and so on and so on. Okay, so your students have to let go of certain vocabulary. Okay, for my 8th and 9th, for example, they have one forbidden word, and the forbidden word is important. They can't say it's important. Okay, because they're so used to saying everything is important. Okay, so they have to find other words besides important. If they say important in a speech, in a presentation, they fail. They fail. Okay, and it's very common. We had I made them an interview, and I told them that they were going to solicit the position of HR manager, and they had to learn about a company. It's a worldwide company, but it's called Flex, and it's in Guadalajara. And I told them, you have to investigate about Flex because you want to work for Flex. So the interview was, I'm here in Flex because I want to work for you. And I say, why do you want to work in Flex? What do you know about Flex? And then the girl says, I want to work in Flex because it is very impossible for me to work. And then she changed it. She just said, you almost failed. I said, teacher, I'm sorry. I was going to say very important. Yeah. Forget about important. You push them. Push them to use different vocabulary words, even if it's one. Even if it's one for, I don't know, one every month or one every semester, it's okay. But have them, do it differently. All right? Have them do it differently. Okay. Oxford Picture Dictionary. Well, this is good because, when we're teaching them new vocabulary, they have to relate. When you're teaching vocabulary, establish the rule, no translating. Okay? Really establish the rule, especially if you're bringing material to the class. Okay, if you're bringing material to the class so that they see the word and then a picture that relates the word, do not permit any translation. Do not permit. Okay, because they have to think in English. Okay. Okay. This is a lot of. Okay. A lot of the time when we use vocabulary, for example, I don't know why they're not conscious that the words that they're using, it's in English. Okay. For example, one thing that I remember, it was surprising for me was the word player. Okay, you know, player means this. And then so I had a student who was like, and we were looking at professions, and I showed them when it ends in ER, it means something that you do, your profession, what you do. And then we saw teacher, doctor, you know, things like that. And no, es que no entiende, you know. And then one time he said, no, es que me junté con otros players. And I said, that's an English word. And that ends in ER. And that's a profession. And says, you know, but it's incredible that they use them and they really don't know. Right? And right now, in for example, here in our city, we have a lot of ads that are in English. A lot of ads that are in English. And they know what they mean, but you know, they're really very lazy. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, okay. So before I teach you, we're going to go to techniques. Okay. Before we go to techniques, I'm going to give you recess. Okay. I'm going to say 15 so that we start at 20. Okay. Yeah, because I know you. Okay. So you have 15 minutes, 11:31. All right. Okay. Excellent. Go out, have some air, do something. Now it's hot. Okay, guys. So we have 15-minute recess. It's a break. It's a 15-minute break. 15 minutes. No, 50. No.
The last week we are online.
Yeah, next week you'll be online. I will send to WhatsApp the link to YouTube. It's going to be on YouTube.
We are connecting YouTube?
Yes.
I thought like
No, YouTube. Well, it's Google Hangouts connected to YouTube. But yeah.
I thought I never used
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah, it's actually very good. I like it very much. No, it's good. It's really good. Okay. Dígame. Yo termino mi clase a las 6, pero voy a ver si me puedo escribir un poquito antes. Ahora aquí la cuestión es, ¿van por mí a mi clase? Saliendo para no perder más tiempo. ¿Sí? Ah, bueno. Ok. Yo le digo dónde, digo, porque si no va a ser así como que, vamos. Ok. Digo, entonces yo le confirmo si puedo salirme 5:30 para que a las 5:30 pasen por mí. ¿Sí? Y es un poquito menos. No, ya estoy lista. Ya estoy. Lo que le dije a Loli, y me dijo, ay, es bien noche. No, pues es que compromisos son compromisos. Y tengo ese compromiso pues, yo con ellos siempre. No les puedo fallar.
Sí,
Ok,
pude cancelar.
perfecto.
Hola, maestra.
Ahora sí, how are you?
Oye, una disculpa por el sábado antes de...
No, yo entiendo, ya estaba de vacaciones.
Es que lo que pasa es de que le decía al compañero, hice la reservación y vuelos todos y ya no pude cancelar, me iba a cancelar.
No se preocupe.
Y al final, déjeme le confieso que sí se canceló, pero ya estando en el aeropuerto, ya cancelaron el vuelo.
poco?
Dije, sí,
¿Y por qué lo cancelaron?
que por falla, que por mantenimiento, que
Bueno,
no regresó, fui a Culiacán,
ajá.
entonces ya me pusieron Interjet, un vuelo aquí para allá, uno no.
Sí.
Entonces, pues, no sé qué pasaría, pero dicen que no se regresó el avión de Culiacán.
Bueno, pues qué bueno, ¿verdad? Más vale que se haya quedado allá.
Sí, fue lo que pasó.
Sí, sí. No se preocupe. Me apena que la clase que hicimos de semana se borró porque hicimos actividades aquí y pusieron un video de YouTube y YouTube no lo bloqueó por derechos de autor. Entonces, pues ese video se borró.
No, sabe que vaya las compañeras
Ujú.
de inglés que tengo.
Sí.
Yo nada más doy una sola clase.
Es importante.
Sí, entonces, pues no tengo yo mucho contacto con los chavos. Bueno, me alejo un poquito de esto, pero a las que sí están dando
Inglés.
tienen varios grupos, digo, oye, ya sí, pero vayan, hay mucho, o sea, muchos recursos.
Sí, no, es lo que vamos a ver ahorita, recursos.
Sí, no, eso ahorita estaba viendo.
Todos los PowerPoints que vamos a poner ahorita y vamos a ver, creo que 3 páginas de internet y PowerPoints que se van a llevar para llenar y que jueguen con ellos. Sí, para hacer, es que esto, si no se hace dinámico, los matamos. Los matamos a los muchachos y con esas edades, Dios me libre.
Sí, no, y con ese, no, y son, pues, es su contexto, son como.
Sí.
Entonces, no nos metemos, si no utilizamos el celular, escuchamos. Y ahorita estaba viendo algunos links que tiene.
Sí, están geniales, están muy interesantes, muy padrísimos. ¿No, Vera? Dime.
Ahorita yo estoy en un proceso migratorio para llegar acá. Me piden un inglés más tecnificado. ¿Dónde lo puedo estudiar? ¿Dónde lo puedo?
Cuando decimos tecnificado, específicamente en qué rama,
Bueno, miren,
qué jargon.
Es inglés. Lo que pasa es que yo soy contador comercial. Entonces apliqué por un sistema que se llama Express Century. No sé si lo conozco. Bueno, ahí lo van a hacer. Entonces parece que me van a hacer un examen general. Me escogieron, mandé el currículum y luego ya cuando me dijeron para mi sorpresa, entonces, por lo de la carrera. Entonces, me piden un examen general de no sé cuántos puntos de TOEFL, algo así.
¿Cuál TOEFL?
Todavía no me lo especifico.
¿El ITP o el IBT? Todavía no. Ok.
Creo que es el IBT. Yo tengo que estudiar ese.
Sí, tiene sentido. Para el IBT hay libros que te puedes comprar que son de mucha ayuda porque la verdad es que el examen sí está difícil. Sí. ¿Nunca has presentado el otro, el ITP?
Sí.
Está fácil.
Sí lo pasé.
Sí, ya ves que ese el audio te lo pasan y son auditos así chiquitos y esto. Acá se cuenta que te dan una cátedra, un audio de como 10 minutos. Tú tienes que ir apuntando y luego te hacen un montón de preguntas extrañas. Las lecturas son muy densas, sí, muy densas de vocabulario y los ensayos clínicos también. Sí, te miden.
Sí, tengo que meterme en un curso.
Sí, te recomiendo que sí.
¿Dónde?
Creo que la Watch está dando en Filosofía y Letras, da curso de IBT. Si te metes a la página de Filosofía y Letras, ahí viene. Sí, ahí viene. Y antes hacían más exámenes, ahora hacen menos. Pero son como, por semestre, son como, abren como 2 o 3 fechas y son de capacidad máxima de 20 personas, entonces tienes que apurar. Y el curso son como 8 sábados, una cosa así.
Yo sé que era difícil va a estar, pero ya me imagino que va a estar.
Sí. De hecho, puedes hacer en línea para probarte. Te metes a Free IBT Online Test y salen muchos gratis para que te des una idea de cómo sale.
O si no, voy a hacer ustedes.
¡Qué padre! ¡Felicidades!
Pues ya pasé la primera etapa, estoy en la segunda etapa que es. Pasé primero por las cuestiones técnicas de la carrera y luego por la experiencia en la carrera. Y ahí me hice una buena puntuación en inglés, lo cual no es muy complicado. Y ahora parece que me van a hacer el IBT. Ya esa es la etapa final.
Tiene sentido que sea el IBT.
Sí. Oye, si no lo paso, bueno, me dejan otros 6 meses. ¿Parece?
Vete calando, haz un día en un examen. Hazlo.
Sí, lo voy a hacer.
Y ahí sabes cómo está. Y ahí de repente, es que no me acuerdo, de McGill, creo es la editorial. Tiene 2. Sí, McGill, una cosa así, no me acuerdo así. Sí, ha de ser eso. Y te vende 2 textos por separado. Uno es para listening and speaking y otro es para reading and writing. Con CDs, con todo. Sí, son un poquito caritos. Sí, pero están geniales. O sea, sí te llevan así, te dan ejemplos bien padres, de técnicas. O sea,
y eso sería más como que autodidacta.
Sí, autodidacta.
Pero sí están muy ilustrativos, están complicados y densos.
No, y de hecho son así de redes, sí, son prácticos.
¿Es para el IBT entonces?
Sí, para el IBT.
¿Cómo se llaman?
No sé, déjame, cuando llegue a la casa los veo y le tomo foto y los subo al grupo. ¿Sí estás en el grupo de WhatsApp?
Sí.
Te los subo. Para que los veas, sí están muy, muy geniales.
Me dieron 11 meses para prepararme, de los cuales ya va un mes. Y ya a darle, y luego si no lo paso, me dan 12 meses. Y si no lo pasaron las pruebas, ya me dan 1 año.
Bueno, lo ideal es ya pasarlo.
Sí, no,
lo ideal es a la primera.
Sí.
Ya sabes.
Bueno, pues voy a hacerlo para maestro.
Sí. ¿Verdad que sí?
Ahí es donde mucha gente la echa para atrás.
Sí. Sí, es que dicen, sé inglés, tengo el nivel y la verdad es que no es cierto.
No.
Ahí se dan cuenta que en realidad no.
Sí, o sea.
No es el nivel tan alto como pensaba.
Sí, es donde tengo que ponerse a.
Así es, sí. Y vale la pena, digo, es como que dice una certificación.
Pues de hecho.
Entonces se te queda esa certificación ya por muchísimos años.
Yo estuve 1 año ya, hace años, pero no es la misma que certificarse y todo eso. Se aprende uno el inglés general, ¿no?
Ándale. Era lo que les decía ahorita. El americano sabe inglés, pero no conoce su idioma. No lo conoce.
Es donde me da cuenta que a muchos gringos les ponían el IELTS.
IELTS.
Y lo tomaban.
¿No? Y el IELTS es todavía más difícil porque este es británico.
Sí.
Entonces, si no saben inglés de su propio idioma, porque ya es que el británico sí tiene sus variaciones.
Sí, cómo no. No, porque cuando yo estaba en Canadá, muchos gringos se iban para mucho.
Sí, intercambio.
Hacen intercambios, se van a aprender inglés.
Sí.
Europa,
sí.
Entonces muchos van a Inglaterra y de Inglaterra se van para otros lados, ¿no?
Claro.
Y tronaban el IELTS. O sea, creo que Canadá pertenece, es de la Comunidad Británica de Naciones, algo así.
Sí.
Entonces ahí yo estuve en Toronto y ahí iban a hacer sus exámenes. Muchos lo programaban.
Sí.
Ahí está acá en el inglés general, ¿no? O sea,
Sí.
La escuelita de
normal, sí.
Y iban ellos muy fregones y Hay una muchacha que lo hacía por 3ª vez.
Sí.
Creo que la 3ª lo pasó. Pero ya decía, esto es muy complicado, la gramática. Es complicated, me decía.
Claro que es complicada.
Sí, la gramática en español es más complicada la de español o la de inglés.
La español. Sí, es más complicada la español.
Fíjese, es complicada.
Sí. Y es que el español es un idioma muy, muy complejo.
Muy flexible.
Sí, de veras que sí. Sí. Por ejemplo, nada más la cuestión de los acentos es así como que, eso, la locura. La diferencia de lo que dice uno con acento, sin acento, híjole, no.
Literatura porque se requería.
Sí.
Mi hermano es maestro de literatura. Y es muy bueno. Él estuvo en UNAM y todo. Pero difícilmente, pero dice que él dice que es complicado. Como cuando aquí taller de lectura y redacción, que es la que te metes a Pablo.
Sí, complicadísimo.
A él lo contrataron para dar clases a los gringos.
¿Ves?
Aquí y en otras partes. Comenzamos a hablar de inglés. Pero es como usted aquí en inglés es para dar taller de lectura. Y ya, no, y muchos gringos que hablan.
Sí.
Es lo mismo, si usted habla español general, pues es relativamente sencillo.
Sí, sí.
Pero si se mete a la gramática.
No, hablarlo correctamente es una chulada.
Imposible, ¿no?
Sí, sí. Pero también, por ejemplo, yo le digo a los muchachos que a veces caemos ya en la... como que en las ondas que se van generando. Por ejemplo, yo les decía eso de que, amores, que no sé, les digo, le digo, ahora traen en el DF el gerundio pésimamente aplicado. Ando pasando a andar así. Sí, me anda pasando a andar doliendo la cabeza. Ando pasando a andar doliendo. Y dices tú, a ver, espérame. ¿Cómo estructuraste 3 gerundios en uno? O sea, sí, y ya se está pegando, ¿eh?
Y es por la otra forma de la televisión.
Yo eso, el amor de la novela, sí. Pero esto, yo no sé de dónde. Yo no sé dónde. Sí, me anda pasando a andar doliendo la cabeza. Me anda pasando a andar doliendo, así.
Están mezclando frases con infinitivos.
Sí. Y eso, los muchachos ya lo traen. Entonces, cuando ve uno el gerundio en inglés, dice uno, a ver, vamos a quedar en dicho que en gerundio no se va a usar nada que no se pueda hacer físicamente. Entonces, ando pasando. ¿Ok? Enséñame, ando pasando. No se puede. Ay, exacto, entonces no puedes meterlo en un gerundio.
¿Y o sea que esa modita trae ahorita?
Sí. Sí, y lo ves así que salen en las noticias y que los entrevistan y eso te... Sí. Hijo, qué complicado lo están haciendo. O sea, no. Sí, también nosotros así como que... andamos muy mal.
Yo creo.
Ya sé, sí.
Bueno, entonces yo voy a buscar el libro que voy a ir a...
Súper.
Time is over.
Yeah. 15 minutes, I said. Okay. We're getting ready to start again. Okay, are we ready? Okay, so we saw that teaching vocabulary is not just teaching the word. Okay, there is more. There is more to it. There's more to it, and we have a lot of things to do with vocabulary words once we teach it. So I hope that next time when you get your textbook and you look at vocabulary, you actually freak out. Okay, because now you're conscious of the many things that you have to do with vocabulary or that you can do with vocabulary. Okay. So that we don't always fall, so that we don't always fall in right sentences and right sentences and right sentences. Because they say that to you, right? Say, ya sé, más sentences, right? Yeah, so yeah. Uh-huh. You can use these different techniques. Okay, instead of writing sentences, we'll have them find a synonym. Okay, and use a synonym. Okay, of the word, because okay, now you know the word. Now I want you to learn a synonym. Use an antonym. Okay, and even though it seems like a little task, it's really not, because they have to, investigate, search. They have to find it. So there is no easy task. Obviously, put the word in a sentence. What kind of sentence? If they are big, fourth, fifth, sixth semester, what kind of sentence? Kindergarten sentence? No. Meaningful sentence. Exactly. Okay. Define the word. Okay. So I already told you what it is. Now you define it. Okay. You make your own definition of the word. Okay. Encourage students to use a monolingual dictionary. Monolingual, only English. Okay. A lot of teachers permit their students to take the English-Spanish dictionary. If you allow them to take the English-Spanish dictionary, they're going to depend on the Spanish-English dictionary. Okay, they're going to use it always. Means they're not going to learn. Explain the word in the student's language. Okay, yes, do not get technical. Okay, be down to earth. Okay, think of ways to say it in their own vocabulary words. Okay, so they can do that. Okay, and then we're going to go from all this to flashcards. Now I'm going to give you sources. How can I teach vocabulary? How can I make my class more interesting? Sure.
Everything that you are teaching right now, I think it's great, but we have a problem. We don't have the time because we have to finish all the time.
I have the same situation. I have your exact same situation. But if you do this, if you take your time, which you're going to, that's why I ask you to bring your textbook, because you're going to see how easy it is. Okay. Once you do it, you won't have to do it again. So that's going to make it easier for you the next time. Okay. And then sometimes you don't even have to do them. They're already done for you. You just have to look. That's all. You just have to look for them. Okay. Yeah. Like I said, it would be kind of dumb to have a teacher here that is teaching you all this and not knowing your circumstance. I know your circumstance. And trust me, even I can tell you that I go faster, because what you see in one semester, I see it in 1 quarter. Okay. So even more pressured, Okay. So I know what you're talking about. And I know the anxiety you feel when you say we have to. Yes, we have to. I know they audit us, right? And then they scold us for not doing everything right on time. They do. But you have to be, it's like, for example, sometimes don't do an exercise from the book. Sometimes you can make a different exercise on your own that is even better, okay, than the book. And leave the book for homework if you want, okay? But have them, be interested in your class. That's what this is about, okay? Make it more interesting for the students. And meet your goals. You can definitely meet your goals. Definitely. Okay. I assure you that.
But we try to apply this technique and we have a better result to the
Yes.
end of the semester.
Absolutely.
Taking time.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we're very pressured.
Yeah. Sometimes always. Yeah, we're always pressured constantly. Yeah. In most cases, all the time being pressured. Okay. Yeah. So definitely. Absolutely. Okay, remember, we're teaching a language. If we don't teach it correctly, they're going to go years and years and years of blank, of nothing. Okay, I want to receive students at Universidad Politécnica with good English.
Take a short time then.
Yes.
Every class.
Whatever you have to do. Yeah, whatever you have to do. Whatever you have to do to make as many activities as possible, because we sometimes, because we try to go so fast, we are very unconscious of our students. Okay, and say, ay, ya lo vimos, el vocabulario, in one day, in one class, in 35 minutes. Y ya, bilingüe, mijito, right there. I'm sorry, but you're being unfair. You're being unfair to your students too. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, sometimes I look at the program and I say, hijo de su, and I'm thinking, okay, rollito, abre la boca, go, right? Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Automatic knowledge, digest it. I don't care. Yeah, yeah, it happens, but it's like, okay, meanwhile, all right, guys, let's do this. That's okay. And I tell them, they have to make conscious that, we have to work like faster, but work and make 2 or 3 exercises in one class, at least. If I only have one class to see it, just make sure you have them practice. Presentation, practice, production in one day. Okay, fine. No problem. But do it. Okay? Don't just go in presentation. Ya se los presenté, ya, por. Okay? Because we do that. Tema visto. Jesus Christ, I hate that phrase. Yeah, palomita, tema visto. Yeah. No, yeah, no tema visto, no, teacher. Órale. Dele. Teach it. That's what you're there for. You're a teacher. Nobody said being a teacher was easy. Nobody said. Exactly. That's the best song. Okay. All right. So flashcards, people. Okay. Not this one. This one is my favorite page for flashcards. You're going to do this in just a minute. Yes. I want you to open up a browser, any browser you want, maybe the one that you have there in Schoology. Open a new section. Open a new lash right there. Okay, I'm going to show you mine. Okay, I'm going to show you my set of cards. The page is called Quizlet. So if you want to look up here, and then you'll do yours. This is my username. That's why you see Grixie Quizlet. Okay. And so you have Grixie Quizlet, and then you enter Grixie Quizlet. These are all my set of cards that I have done, okay, as a teacher. Practically, this is like my resume. Okay. You can see all of the things that I have taught, okay, since I discovered Quizlet. Okay. And you can see, yes, I teach. Humberto, for you. See, I teach. Well, you can wait right now. Just look up here. Don't worry. For example, engineering, because I also teach English in engineering in English. Oh, yeah, that's, it's terrible, especially when the students are lazy. Okay. Oh, yeah. Time expressions and adverbs of frequency. So if you teach time expressions and adverbs of frequency in your class, you type Grixie Quizlet, and you can enter my flashcards, and you don't have to make them. They're there for you. Okay. I also teach business English. This one is easier. Okay. See all the legal professions, because this is for my alumnos del Congreso. Occupations. See, occupations, for example, first graders. When you look at occupations, look at how many vocabulary words, okay? 26 vocabulary words. Imagine in one day. ¿Estás loca? Of course not. Okay, so you say, I have to teach my students occupations and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so you open it, and then you can see the different ones. Decorator, sailor, maybe a bigger nurse, student, dentist, cyclist, doctor, editor, pilot, blah, blah, all the occupations, right? Okay, so you enter and you say, I like it. I like this. This presentation that the teacher made. Okay, if you have internet, which I know you don't, but eventually maybe later in another job you might get, you can use the online flashcards. Okay, so you turn on and then look at this. You tell them decorator. If you don't want to pronounce it or you whatever, there is a woman here. She does it for you. Yes.
Okay, so, ahora porque estamos ahorita revisando una película de lo que son los bachilleratos tecnológicos en general. Y el inglés es igual para ambos y no debe de ser.
No.
Ahí tenemos un grave problema.
Sí.
Y, pues ahorita estamos en Facebook, en relación a general, hasta dónde debiera ser lo que es inglés básico y hasta dónde está un inglés técnico.
Claro. Sí. Nosotros tuvimos esa disyuntiva hace 3 años, porque llevaban inglés regular en carrera, futuros ingenieros en mecánica, aeronáutica, tecnología ambiental y licenciados en pymes hasta 9º. Entonces, cuando se propuso empezar a meter esta materia de ingeniería y de negocios, decían desde 7º. A nosotros los directivos nos decían, empiecen desde 7º. No pudimos. ¿Por qué? Porque la necesidad básica era que sepa inglés. Entonces decía yo, van a entrar 8º sin tener un inglés decente para poder entender todo lo que viene siendo el vocabulario técnico. Entonces nos peleamos mucho hasta que ya quedamos en 8º y 9º. Entonces sí hay alumnos que llegan a 8º con un inglés deficiente, ¿sí? Pero pues que al final de cuentas tienen que madurarlo, ¿sí? Ellos, claro, ellos ya son más maduros, ellos ya buscan otras alternativas para madurar ese inglés, se pueden meter al curso de los sábados, etcétera, etcétera. Pero sí es muy difícil, Inge. Es muy difícil porque lo primero que tienen que hacer es más o menos medir el nivel de inglés de sus alumnos. Y si el nivel de inglés de sus alumnos no es bueno, no es adecuado para poder entrar a un inglés técnico, entonces yo recomiendo que no se haga. Sí tienen que tener mucho cuidado ahí, porque entonces los van a tener en inglés técnico sin saber inglés. ¿Qué va a pasar? El índice, ¿no? Y el índice de reprobación va a ser fatal. Sí.
Desafortunadamente, lo que se hacía anteriormente, digamos, es muy básico. Digo, no, yo creo que ya se cuenta. Pero hoy en día estamos viendo esa gran problemática. Y la verdad, las personas que se encuentran diseñando la estructura cultural no conocen esto. No saben esta diferencia. No saben la implicación que tiene y hasta dónde.
Sí. Sí, es que tomar una decisión así, o sea, tiene que haber logística. Y uno de los factores más importantes dentro de esa logística es cómo están saliendo los muchachos hasta ahorita. ¿Qué nivel de inglés llevan? ¿Van a poder con este inglés? O sea, no es nada más ponerlo por decir, nos estamos luciendo y ya nuestros alumnos salen de bachillerato con inglés técnico. No es cierto.
No puedo enseñar un inglés, no hay nada de eso.
Sí. Sí, también es eso. A nosotros nos llegan los manuales de México, de la Politécnica de México, hechos garra. Entonces, nosotros, gracias a Dios, existe la acreditación y hicimos una justificación del por qué no íbamos a usar los manuales. No aplica a nuestra frontera, por ejemplo, ¿no? En nuestro caso. No aplica a nuestra frontera. Los alumnos son diferentes. Exacto. Entonces, sí, que la tienen ahí difícil, ¿eh?
Sí, no solo ese la manera de enseñar, la forma de
también,
enseñar,
sí, eso.
Es sumamente
eso mata.
En este caso, usted nos está dando muy diferente a lo que yo conocí, a la manera de enseñar. Me agrada más, es más lúdico, es más entendible, más contempla cuestiones muy prácticas, reales. Y en la mayoría de nuestras instituciones no.
Es una pena.
¿Tema visto?
Sí, tema visto. Sí, le digo que yo lo veo. Paso y así como que se me da un torzón así raro, así cuando veo así los meses. ¡Tema visto! ¿Qué dijiste? Sí, sí. Sí, sí. No, y lo bueno de que soy la coordinadora, pues ya entro y, no, chiquita, órale, go back, teach the class, ¿qué tema visto ni qué nada? Los 3 idiotas, no.
No, 3 idiotas.
Es una.
No.
La recomiendo.
No apuntar.
Excelente.
Los 3 idiotas. ¿Sí? Ok.
Es precisamente la temática.
Sí. Sí. Sí, no. Y deberíamos empezar a adoptar modelos de otros países ya más desarrollados, ¿no? Donde la clase va más en este sentido de no me preocupa qué tanto contenido, sino que lo que te dé se te va a quedar, que te apropies de tu conocimiento. Ese es el modelo. Aduéñate de tu conocimiento. ¿Sí? Exacto. Entonces, esos son los modelos a los que tenemos que estar aspirando. Sí. Sí. Sí, y tienen muy buena educación. Muy buen nivel de educación. Los hindúes son los que se están comiendo a todos los demás internacionales al entrar en Estados Unidos porque se sacan los puntajes más altos en el SAT. Ah, sí, con Bollywood ahora. Sí, claro. Ahí va. Si no, ahí va. Ok, let's continue. Pues sí, profe, en esa misma inquietud estamos. Y más me preocupa. Digo, porque son mis futuros alumnos. Son mis futuros alumnos. Sí. 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 Tú lo acabas de decir, que es lo más importante, que ellos sientan esa necesidad. Sí.
También aquí, en nuestro contexto, nosotros creamos calidad. Muchos no tienen la necesidad de aprender inglés en una nación.
Sí.
Y ellos, la mayoría, no escuchan música en inglés.
Sí.
Entonces, tenemos
Exactamente.
en algunos ríos, es su contexto, entonces tenemos que escuchar lo que ellos quieren.
Sí.
Sí, es muy fácil, es muy padre así hacer las clases de motivadoras. Lo que comentamos el profe y yo con los grupos que tenemos, pues por lo más fácil que les pongamos o más interesante y adecuamos su contexto, de cuándo se da y su interés, pues lo hacemos nosotros sí muy suave, ¿verdad, profe? Y la prevención y todo muy bien, pero al momento de llegar, ahí es otra cosa. Y buscamos la misma manera de que ellos se interesen, pero desgraciadamente no hay interés. Igual también no es excusa, yo tengo que ver lo que tengo y de ahí buscar cómo lo voy a hacer.
Lo primero que te voy a recomendar ahí, porque a mí me ha funcionado y conozco a otra gente que le ha funcionado y se los dije creo que el primer día de clases, tú conéctate con el alumno. ¿Sí? Cuando tú los atrapas, ¿sí? Por lo que sea, que le da el ejemplo del ejemplo de Miguel, lo que es, ay, sí, yo soy chopper, tengo mi moto y todos, ¿verdad? Atrápalos, atrápalos, ¿sí? Por ejemplo, es increíble conmigo, cuando me toca dar a puros ingenieros, a puros hombres, lo que me funciona con ellos es ser altanera, ¿sí? Se fue toda la luz general, ¿eh? Es ser altanera, ¿sí?
Porque está en su misma,
Sí,
como compañeros, como
sí.
iguales.
Y les empiezo a decir, no, a mí no me venga con sus albures, porque aquí la reina del albur soy yo. O sea, empiezan a conocerte un poquitito, o sea, como que, está vieja. ¿Sí? Por lo que tú quieras. Pero de repente eso funciona con unos. Si me voy de altanera con, por ejemplo, con administración, ahí me tiran a loca, van así, ay, no, qué vieja fea, y ay, no, es que es bien grosera. Y luego las niñas, esas cosas son así, ay, es que me habló feo. Sí. Entonces con ellas ya tienes que llegar y a ver, ternurita, pumpkin. Please, pumpkin, ¿verdad? Sí, tienes que ser así como que hay un poquito diferente. Entonces, tú busca cómo hacer esa conexión con ellos. Como maestros que somos actores. Perdóname, pero nos encanta el protagonismo. El maestro que no le gusta el protagonismo, que se vaya a ver a qué hace. Pero nos encanta. ¿Por qué lo vamos a negar? Nos encanta el protagonismo. Entonces, ese protagonismo, úsalo en clase. Cambia facetas. Un día hace una cosa, otro día hace otra cosa. Un día llegan, mételes la desconocida de la vida un día. Mételes la desconocida. ¿Sí? Sí. Sí. Sí, sí.
Con vocabulario, con una actividad.
Un
juego de lotería, con manejando verbos,
sí.
una presentación, proyección.
Lo que tenga, sí, claro. Claro, claro.
A nosotros nos tocó un compañero maestro hace como... Estaba aquí un profe que era en un nacional de Estados Unidos. Él, en inglés, batallaba para hacer en español. Pero él sudaba, él pedía gritos, que le dieran materiales y estrategias para él saber cómo dar, enseñar el inglés. ¿Cómo va a ser todo el conocimiento?
Sí, claro.
¿De qué le servía tener la lengua si no sabía cómo trabajar?
Y si es cierto, y si es cierto. A mí también me tocan los alumnos estos de los narcocorridos y estos que se meten a la escuela nada más para vender, ¿sí? Nada más para vender. Entonces también nos tocan. Y ese de que precisamente como su finalidad ahí, su objetivo es estar ahí para vender, a eso los corto muy rápido. Y les digo, porque son hasta descarados, te lo dicen. Yo digo, bueno, entonces, usted tiene un objetivo de vender 4 meses. ¿O cuánto? No, entonces usted para quedarse y seguir vendiendo tiene que aprobar mi materia. Entonces, o pasa porque le conviene pasarla para aprender, o pasa porque tiene que seguir trabajando aquí. Entonces, ¿qué quiere? Porque yo no lo voy a pasar. Entonces, así como que, ¡ay! Ya sabía que me iba a decir algo así, bueno, ¿qué va a hacer? Unos reprueban y se van, dices tú, gracias a Dios que se vayan, ¿sí? Y otros, pues, al final de cuentas le echan ganas y al final van y hasta te agradecen. Hasta te agradecen. Sí. Sí, a mí también me dijeron un día que iba a amanecer encobijada. Y no fue en esta escuela, fue en la Salle, donde me lo dijeron. Sí, sí. Y lo le dije, nada más le encargo, mire, me gusta el color rosa, el de para que escoja bien la cobija de perdida. Entonces, ¿qué haces? Te da miedo, pero apechugas y... Sí.
Se acercan maestros y van y se desahogan todos ahí conmigo. Él como que no, pues quién es la que hace las casas y se desahogan, ¿no? Y entonces, ¿qué hablan? Que consumimos el teléfono, la casa. Maestra, es que yo mientras se desahogan, tenían uno de
Ujú.
Y empezamos ahí con
Qué miedo.
llega el grado, pues es que ayudarme a ver lo que va a pasar.
Qué miedo. Sí. ¿Y qué hiciste?
Lo fui así como quedando por su lado.
Sí, claro.
Sí.
Sí.
Seguí ayudando. Sí. Ah, sí es. Sí, te digo, nos toca una parte muy difícil, que ni qué. Pero pues imagínate, ellos difícil. Y luego, si nosotros también nos ponemos en un plan negativo, pues no. O sea, Inge, un número en menos y menos, ¿cuántos da? Pues menos. Entonces, sí, hay que hacerlo funcionar. Hay que hacerlo funcionar.
En la capacitación también traductor.
Ujú.
Que llega uno y alguien quería esa clase.
Sí.
Tengo dos compañeros muy bien excelentes maestros.
Ujú.
¿Y a quién va? No, pues conmigo, no me pegan a uno. Tú eres muy inteligente.
Ah, sí.
Sí, luego cuando lo tienen. ¿No?
Sí, es el arma así como que.
Sí.
Sí, sí.
Ahora le parece hecho. Oye, empecé, ¿no? En el diagnóstico.
Sí.
No, salieron back. No, de a tiro. Y ya fui con la directora. No sé cómo traducir. No,
Sí.
Y discúlpenme, pendejo los shows, pendejo el profe, digo, ¿dónde va?
Ahí está. Ahí está. Eso es. Eso es.
No podemos.
Sí. Sí, tonto más tonto recontra tonto. ¿Eh?
Sí, entonces no se puede.
Sí, claro. Entonces, pues digo, como maestro, yo siento que los maestros que tenemos la vocación, buscamos las mil formas. No nos damos por vencido. Como dicen, nos paramos hasta de pestañas, pero lo hacemos. Entonces, no decaigan. No. Les voy a decir la verdad. No es por ser negativa ni nada, pero no va a mejorar esto, ¿eh? No va a mejorar. Va a empeorar. Entonces, sí, ajá. Entonces, hay que ir ingeniándoselas y hay que ir buscando para alivianar un poquito la cuestión.
No, y esta es una manera de hacerse uno la vida más fácil.
Sí.
Definitivamente.
Claro.
Porque si uno está terco sin la innovación,
claro.
seguir como durante 20 años, 30 años,
no.
Vida imposible para los alumnos.
No.
Vida imposible.
Por supuesto. Sí, entonces hay que mejorar. Y así como que como consuelo, pues ser consciente de los que tenemos, pero también ser más consciente de los que sí quieren. Porque sí hay, a veces nada más nos toca uno en un salón de 60, pero ese vale la pena. Ese vale la pena porque nunca sabes qué tan lejos puedes impulsar a ese que sí quiere. Sí. Así es. ¿Y qué orgullo se siente, maestra? Claro. ¿De qué vive el maestro? De eso, ¿verdad? De eso, de verlos a ellos salir adelante y claro. Entonces, en eso hay que enfocarnos. O sea, si hay presión, sorry. If we have to finish on time, sorry. Okay? It's not just do it, it's do it right. Okay? Do it right. Okay, let's finish this up because we only have 1 hour. All right. So I was showing you this page about flashcards. Decorator. See, I don't know if you can hear it. Decorator. Can you hear it? Decorator. Actually, if you click here, it gives you the pronunciation of the word. So you don't even have to say it. And then if you flip, it gives you like an image of what a decorator is. Okay, but this is obviously if you have internet, right? Okay, yes, exactly. You don't. Okay, and this is for all of the flashcards. Okay, so teacher, I don't have internet. I like your flashcards. Okay. If you like the flashcards, you have to create it Yes. Sometimes they're already there because you have access to mine and to all of the different teachers from around the world. But making them is very easy. You're going to make one really very quick in just a minute. Okay. So let's say that you have this one, you like it, you found it, or you created it, but you don't have internet. All right. So what can I do? This has some options. Okay. And then you can go to print. Okay. And then in print, you just choose the size. Okay. What size do you want your flashcards? Usually for printing and showing printing purposes and showing purposes, it's index card. Okay. And then you ask for it to open a PDF. Okay. And then you have there the PDF. You don't need internet anymore. So in your classroom, okay, you already have your stack of flashcards. Okay. And there you go. And then you have them right there and you say, okay, athlete, builder, chef, chef, not chef, chef, that's a tutor. It's like tutor. Okay. See, and so there you have your set of index cards and you don't need internet for that. So you can take your set of index cards. Also, when it's a little more complicated, maybe your students, you don't use flashcards anymore with your students. What you're using now is you're using definitions. Okay, let me show you. Okay, really, really fast. I need my other set of cards. Okay. Let's see, for example, I need one that has definitions. Company structure. Let me see. I can. I have verbs too. You can have verbs. Let's see, fun and games maybe. Okay, yeah. So maybe this one, fun and games, for example. Okay, windsurfing, go windsurfing, and then you have the image. If you don't want the image, you can also type in, you can also make, have definitions, and the program makes definitions for you. Let me show you how you work with definitions. Fantastic. Okay, so you say you want to create a set. This is how you're going to do it, okay? Create a set. Let's say that the vocabulary you want to teach, maybe they're verbs. I don't know, whatever. Okay, so verbs, or it could be any vocabulary on your book. Okay. And then don't change this. Okay, visible to everyone means that anybody can enter, especially your students. Okay, because for example, sometimes I tell my students to work with it before the exam. Okay, so they can practice. Okay, here we're going to enter the term. Oh, you have to choose a language. In this case, it's English, but you can make it for your Spanish classes, profe, or whatever. You can also use it for that. Okay. And then choose the language in English. And then, for example, I will, cook will be my term. And if I don't know how to, what do I put for definition for cook? You don't have to click on it. You just put auto define. Okay. And it's going to give you definitions. Okay. Someone who prepares and cooks. To prepare food, I like this one because it's shorter, because it doesn't use the word cook again. So I just click and I have it. If I want to add an image, I can add an image. The images are limited. Okay, that's the truth, but sometimes there's good images. See, for example, right there, my students are, maybe I think my students will like this one. I don't know, whatever. Okay. And so I have my first vocabulary word. I go on to the next one, term number 2. Which one? Swim? No, which one? Give me a different one. Dance. Good. Okay. And I want it to give me a definition of dancing and to move to music. Good. Very short and very precise. And maybe I also want to add an image. And this one is going to be, obviously, if I put it in PDF, this is not going to move. Okay. But I will put dancing. And that's how I do that's how I create my sets. Okay. Well, all right. Let me show you something else that is really cool. No, let me show you something cool, also cool with this. If you want to quiz your students, okay, on vocabulary, the program makes quizzes for you. It makes completely different quizzes. For example, if I have 20 vocabulary words, it's going to give me a set of about 120 different quizzes. So I can have 120 different quizzes for my students so they don't have the same quiz. Okay? So that they don't copy. All right? So for example, whatever comes first, let's say personality, vocabulary. It's just 12 terms. Okay, so this one, for example, I'm going to enter. See right here, it says, oh no, that's not the one. Sorry. It's up here. Again, I'm going to click here and so we can see it. I'm going to click here and I'm going to put, I can't see it. Why can't I see it? I don't know. No, I think it is here. Okay. I'm going to put test. Okay. And see right here, this is my first test. It created my first test. Okay. And it has true and false, and it has multiple choice, and it has a match the questions, and it has written questions. Okay. And if I want to change it, I put, oh, and here I can print it. If I want to change it, I put options. ¿Qué quiero? Only written, only matching, only multiple choice, or only true, false. I choose. So maybe I want everything to be multiple choice. Okay, so I only leave multiple choice. And then I put create new quiz, create new test. And there is my new test. Okay, everything is going to be multiple choice. Exactly. Absolutely everything. If I want this, because the students can do it online, okay? And then at the end, it checks them. It checks their answers, okay? So they can do it online and they can check it. If not, you just print it, okay? You say, yes, I want to print, yes, save my PDF, and it gives you a PDF, okay? So this is Quizlet, okay? Now, again, thinking of the possibility, because life is tricky, life is funny, life is crazy. Right now, you don't have internet. Maybe tomorrow you will have internet. Okay, these are games for your students, okay, to practice, okay? If they open write, they have to learn how to write. It teaches them how to write, okay? For example, well, this should be backwards. Options. I wanted to start with a definition. Start over. Okay. I don't know. Type the answer. I don't even know what it is. Okay. And if they don't know the answer, they just go, I don't know. Black, antonym, white. Okay. Because we're working with antonyms. So they can work with that. And then it gives them a score. It tells them, and it sends you, like a report to your mail that says this person entered and this was the score. So that's good too. And then it also has spelling. It teaches your students to do spelling. Yes. For example, listen. Funny. So they're supposed to spell it correctly. Fun. See, fun. And then they say that they don't know, and then they spell that. F-U-N. It tells them how to pronounce it. F-U-N, fun, until they have to do it again. Kind. I don't know how to spell kind. Maybe like this. Kind. K-I-N-D. Kind. And so they have to write it again until they get it correct. Friendly. Okay, so they practice the spelling. They can practice the spelling. Okay. This is match, they unite. And this one is one that we're going to play, but I need to choose maybe verbs. So we can practice verbs. Let's Black. See. No. 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 Nope. 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 Let's see. Ah, there it is. Okay. All right. I'm going to choose verbs. We're going to play. Do you have your cell phones? Do you have smartphones? Okay. Do your smartphones have internet from here? Yes? Okay. We'll play occupations. Okay, we're going to play a game. This game is called Life. Take out your cell phone. Works. Okay, you have your cell phone? Yeah. Okay, with your cell phone, please enter Quizlet.com live. Enter that page. Quizlet.com/live. It's going to ask you for a code. This is the code. 767277. Okay, and it's going to start to show me who registers because you have to put your name. Yours is so slow. Let me see if I can get mine. If I find my cell phone, maybe I can. We have Jaime. Jaime is connected. Okay. Where's my cell phone?
There is another game as this one.
Kahoot?
Yes.
Yes, we're going to play Kahoot too. Huh? I don't know. Oh my gosh. It has to be here because did I put myself? Okay. Sure, please I did because I can't find. I know it's in silence, but because I want to let it. Yeah. Everybody entered? Is it dialing? I can't feel it. It's weird because I have WhatsApp. No, I have WhatsApp. Maybe it's in the car, but it's weird because. Well, okay. Sorry, te lo iba a prestar, but I guess I can't. Okay. Thank you, Aide. Everybody is in? Aide, you need to enter. Look, but the local internet is bad. ¿El internet de aquí? ¿El Wi-Fi? No, there's a free, it doesn't need password. It's watch, Wi-Fi watch or something like that. Okay. Yes, watch. Yeah. Mm-hmm. With that one is easy. It doesn't want to? No? Okay. We'll do it with 7 people. If you didn't enter, get together with a team. This is what it does. Okay. These are the teams. Órale. Get together. Yes, we have Jaime, Miguel, Adri, Omar, Delma, Jesus, and Irma together. Go. You have to get together. You have to get together. Get together. Aide, go with Delma, Jesus, and Irma. Any of the 2 teams, because they're 4 and 4, so wherever you want is fine. Yes. No. Who is Omar? Maybe Omar is from a foreign. La porra. You're going to lose. You're going to lose. Okay, Omar, pay attention. Okay, if you don't have, okay, these are the instructions. These are the instructions. Omar, pay attention, Omar, because if not, your team is going to lose. You're going to have different, pay attention. You're going to have different answers on your phone. You're working as a team. So you have to check everybody's cell phone. Okay, because probably you don't have the answer to the question. Maybe your partner has the answer to the question. Are you listening, Omar? If you don't have the answer, your partners are going to have it. Okay, and if you have the answer, you have to click. Here, you're going to see like on the feria, like the horses that advance. You're going to see that. Okay, if you get one incorrect, you go all the way to 0. All the way to 0. So watch out. The first one to get 12 correct wins. And I'm going to pressure you. Okay? So on your marks. Get set. Go. Okay. Sharks are starting with 1. Chameleons close with 1. Omar, remember if you have the answer, you have to type the answer. Sharks are in 2, chameleons are in 1. Sharks are in 3. Chameleons are in 1. Chameleons are losing. Chameleons have to start. Sharks with 4, chameleons 2. Sharks are 4, chameleons 2. Sharks winning with 5, chameleons late with 3. Chameleons need to hurry up or else they're going to lose. Sharks are in 6, chameleons are in 3. Chameleons, oh, too bad, porcitos. Chameleons go to 0. Sharks are in 7, chameleons have to start over. Sharks are in 8, chameleons are in 0. Sharks is still in 8, chameleons catching up with 1. Sharks are in 9, chameleons are in 2. Only hope for chameleon is for sharks to have a 0, but they're not losing. Sharks with 9, chameleons 2. Chameleons 3, sharks are in 10. Chameleons 4, sharks 10, sharks 11, and the winners, the sharks. Yay! They won? The sharks? Yeah. Okay. Again. Same team or we change teams? Same teams? Okay. Profe, Humberto, what happened? Oh, okay. Get together in a team. Júntese en equipo. Otros teachers no tienen y están en equipo. Go, integrate, integrate. Okay, same team. Ready? On your marks. Get set. Go. Chameleons and Sharks with 0. Chameleons winning with 1. Sharks are still in 0. Sharks catching up with 1. Chameleons still in 1. Chameleons are stuck in 1. We finally have 2. Sharks are in 1. Sharks 2, Chameleons 3. Sharks need to hurry up. Sharks are going to the dungeon with 0. Chameleons are winning with 4. Maybe this is the time for Chameleons to win. Chameleons 5, Sharks with 1. Chameleons quickly getting close to the middle with 6 and Sharks still in 1. Chameleons in 7, Sharks are asleep. They're barely having 2. Chameleons, oh, Chameleons, too bad. You're going to 0. Sharks now winning with 3, completely unexpected. Chameleons 1, Sharks with 4. Chameleons catching up, 4, Sharks 5. Chameleons have to hurry up if they want to win this game. Sharks with 5, Chameleons 3. Nobody moves. 4 and 6 is the score. Chameleons still behind. Sharks with 6, Chameleons 5. They wanted to catch up but couldn't. Sharks with 7, Chameleons 5. Sharks 8, Chameleons 5. Sharks are very close to winning. Sharks with 9, Chameleons fell asleep. Omar, if you have the answer, click it. Sharks with 10, Chameleons 6. Very close to the end. Sharks with 11. And again, the winners, the Sharks. Yeah. Okay. So you see, and this, let me show you what you can do so that the teams mix and the students play with each other. You click shuffle teams, new teams. Change. Yeah. Jaime, Jesús, Adri, Omar, Delma, Miguel, Irma. Change. Jaime, Jesús, Yáñez, Adri, and Omar. And over here, Delma, Miguel, and Irma. Remember to try to keep the teams leveled, okay? Try to keep the teams leveled. How many people over here? There are only 3? Yeah? People without a cell phone, you can move over here, maybe. Yeah. Okay, ready? Sí, es este. No se pone nada más .com y así. Sí. Okay, on your marks. Get set. Go. Ay. Okay. 767 277. Sí, es este. Pero es como que para descargar. Sí. No. Esta es la página para descargar. O sea, no entres aquí. Entres a Quizlet.com. Así. No .com, no sé qué. Es que se me pasó eso. Ok, entonces. ¿Abre Google? ¿Abre Google? ¿Ready? It's going to change you anyways because. Ah, no, yeah, right there. You're there? Yes? Okay, on your marks. Get set. Go. Okay. Entonces aquí, ya pues hacer la que te mandaste. Y ahí pues sacar. Ok, ¿sí?
Déjame la doy. Y luego, ya para poderme meter.
Sí. ¿Pero qué es lo que quieres llenar? ¿Qué es lo que quieres hacer?
El jueguito este.
Ah, no, entonces ese es otro. Ese es... foxes.com. Siete, seis, siete. 277. Okay, esperando la segunda.
Ah, okay.
Yay! Okay, now Aide, so we have to end. Yes, let me go back. Ready? Put your name, Aide. Put your name. Te está pidiendo que pongas tu nombre. Ahí mismo. A ver, ¿listo? Sí, ¿no? ¿Ya? Para que le pongas tu nombre. And it says 8 students. There it is. There she is. Lista.
Okay.
Okay. New teams. Jesús Yáñez, Miguel, Adri, Omar. Together. And then Jaime, Delma, Irma, Aime. Together. No. ¿Cómo cree? Okay, ready? On your marks. Get set. Go. Pandas versus foxes. Pandas winning 1, foxes with 0. Pandas in 2, foxes in 0 still. Foxes need to move them out. Remember, if you are with foxes and you have the answer, type in the answer. Pandas 3, foxes 0. Pandas 4, foxes 0. Omar, remember, wake up. If you are with foxes, click. Pandas 5, foxes 1. Foxes are going to lose. Pandas 6, foxes 1. Pandas in 7, foxes now finally moving with 2. Pandas 8, foxes with 3. Pandas 9, foxes 4. Pandas very dangerously close to winning with 10. Bye-bye, foxes with 0. And the winners! Where are my winners? Finish it. There we go. The pandas. Okay. So imagine having the possibility to play this game in class with vocabulary. My God, they love it. Okay, you can go back to we're going to play a different game. Okay, you can go back to your seats. Okay. So this is Quizlet, people. Okay, remember, you're going to have, well, we were going to do it in class, but I'm going to leave it for homework. Okay, you're going to make 1 set of vocabulary. You can make 1 set of vocabulary that you're going to see this week, maybe. Okay, so that you kill 2 birds with 1 shot. Okay, make a set. It doesn't matter if the set has 6 vocabulary words or 12. Make the set. Okay, because we're going to use it. We're going to use it in class next Saturday. Okay, you have to send me like the link so I can enter from Parral and we can use it. Okay, all right. Another page that is good for vocabulary or grammar or anything. Adriana was saying is Kahoot. Okay, let me show you Kahoot. Kahoot, when you make a teacher account in Kahoot, you can find what you're looking for. Sometimes you don't have to make it. Okay. This one, I sometimes make it and sometimes I grab these from other teachers. Okay. So for example, let me see if I can make it bigger. Right here on the top, see, here are my Kahoots, the ones that I make or the ones that I copy. But here are the ones, okay, find Kahoots, okay? So maybe with my students, I am looking at verb to be, fine? Okay, verb to be. So we have the verb to be, and these are different games created by other teachers. If I click it, I can see, okay, the questions, all right, and verify the questions and see, oh, well, yeah, I think this one is good for my students. This one is the one that you're going to play. To play, please, on your computers, you can use your computer or you can use your cell phone. It doesn't matter, okay? If you don't have cell phone, use the computer. Profe, ¿listo?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Entra a Google, profe. Everybody, Google. See? Why it doesn't work? Okay, you can use your cell phone.
I have charge.
Okay. No, pues ya. No, pues ya me doy. Okay. You're going to click put Kahoot. I have to close. Kahoot it. Kahoot.it. 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 Así. Kahoot.it. Okay, Kahoot.it. Okay? And it's going to ask you for a code. Enter Kahoot. Yeah, it's the first one. When you click Google, it's the first one. Okay? Yes, wait for the pin.
Yeah, what?
Enter. Ready? Yeah, it's asking you for the code. Okay, let me give you the code. Okay, let's hope it. Okay, foreign teachers, you can do this too. All right? Okay. It's going to give us a code. We're going to play the classic. You can play classic or in team. Classic means individual, and the other one is team. We're going to play the classic. Okay? There goes the code. Right there. No, just the code. Only the code. Only the code, and then it's going to ask you for your name. Yes? We have Elma, we have Ari. Yeah, you have to wait. Yeah, that's something to give. And then when it's Halloween, it has Halloween. Okay, yeah, everybody's in? Yeah, okay. You're going to have, pay attention. This is individual, no cheating. Okay, it's individual. It's going to give you have to look at the question. 20 seconds. Now, the answers are going to be here on the screen. Because in the computer, you're only going to see color and shape. And you have to click the color and the shape. The person that does it correct and fast gets to go to first place. Okay? So let's see. On your marks, get set. Okay. She blanked my sister Romina. Okay. What happened? Ah, the internet. No, why me? Okay, sorry, you're going to have to enter again. It collapsed. I don't know why. Ah, qué triste. Do it again. Así vamos a empezar de nuevo. Okay, guys, this is Kahoot. Okay, just one person is missing. Who? Delma? Okay, enter Delma. Okay, there we go. A ver si ahora sí. Mujer. Making me look bad. I know. There. It's up there. She blank my sister Romina. 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Somebody didn't click. There we go. Yay. Oh. Everybody correct? I don't know. Okay, who's winning? Irma. Woo! And then Yañez second place, Beto third place, Delma, and then Aide. The others, come on. Faster, people. No, not that fast, sorry. No, the program is, no, ingeniero. The program is perfect. Click it faster. And then it tells you, right? You are 2 points behind or something like that. It tells you on your screen. Ready, next one. We blank best friends. How much is so fast? 10, 9, 8, 7. Somebody is dormido en los laureles. There we go. Yay. All right, who's winning? Irmita. Yes. First place, good job. Next one, ready? Okay. They blank Arturo and Julian. Hey. Yeah. Come on, one more person. Come on, come on. Oh, one incorrect. Irmita still in first place. Good job. Woo! Miguel, agárrale las manos. Mueve el mouse. Okay. I know. No, like this. Right. Next one. I blank a good student. Yay! Good job. We're waiting for one more. Huh? Completely free. Okay, everybody, nice job. See, I have the best students. First place. I came up. Yay, I from 5th to 4th place. Good job. Yay. Okay, on your marks. Get set. We are. No, engineer. It's not. It's not the computer. You have to. It's como en el oeste. The fastest gun. Yeah. Okay. First place, Delma. Irmita, what happened, man? And Aide, oh my God, Aide, woo. And Yañez also came up. Good job. Beto, come on, Beto, hurry up. Okay, next one. You blank an English student. Good job, everyone. But who's winning? Still the same. The others, you have to hurry. Yeah, it says 9 players have reached answer strike 6. O sea, que están todos flameados. That's what it means. Okay. 7, I blank in the classroom. Yeah? You were fast? Okay. Okay. So who is in first place? The same. Jaimito! Here we go. Where's Yañez? Where's Yañez? Okay, see, you have to be really fast. You have to be fast, man. They have good fingers. They have good finger. Okay. Next one. He blanked Aiden. Yeah. Sounds like. What happened, Mr. Yañez? No. It's them, right? Yeah. Okay, who's first place? Still Delma, Jaime, Beto, and Miguel. Jaime, where did you come on? The mouse, Miguelito right there. But you see, the difference is minimum. It's just 8. She has to be faster, like very fast, you know. It's minimum. Okay, next one. It blank my cat Morris. Wow. What happened, Delma? I did first place. Delma, Irma in third. Good job. And then Miguel up a notch. Very good. And Beto doesn't want to let go of the 5th place. Okay, next one. Yeah. The arthritis. Okay. You see? You see, Mr. Jaimito, you put down Miguel. Bye, Beto, and up came Jaime. Okay, on your marks. Get set. It was negative. It was too bad. Profe, welcome. Okay, it's fine. Ready? On your marks. Watch out. Okay, get set, go.
Okay.
What happened? Somebody? Ice not me? Okay. Delma's back on number 1. Delma, 2, Jaime, 3. Good job. Profe, good job. You're there. You're there. And Yanis, yeah, you're back. How many points? Good technique. It's a technique. It's a technique. Okay, 13. My sister blank in kindergarten. That's negative. Everybody's correct. There we go. See, profe, look at you. You're on fire. Woo. Good job, profe. All right, next one. Almost finished. My teacher blank in the mall. I did. That was too slow. Yeah. Okay, very close. No 10. Okay, very good. There we go. Same, no movement. 15. Okay. Oh, what happened? Okay, 2 people made a mistake. It was negative. So profe comes up, Yañez goes down, and this stays the same. The profe is fast with the finger, man. A bullet right there. I blank at the beach right now. What happened, Yanis? Both. See, like this doesn't work. You see? Okay, it stays the same, right? It's because Delma is very fast and Irmita too, man. They're too fast. Okay, 17, 4 more. Here we go. That was fast. Yeah, that was. Oh man, so that means Jaimito down. Beto again. Good job. All right. 18. Faster impossible. Okay, so who's first place? Still Delma. Still Delma. 19. You goofed? Ooh. Okay. So I think I know who's going to be first place now. Hijo. First place. Still Delma. Last one, people. Last chance. You made a big effort. One, okay, so the winner, Delma, second place, Irma, third place, Profe. Yay. Good job. See, and then here you can get the results in an Excel, and then it sends it to your email, so you can check everybody's answers. Pretty good. Pretty cool. Okay, so you have homework. Okay, your homework is to make one set of Quizlet. Trust me, it doesn't take you half an hour to make it. Okay, sometimes not even 20 minutes to make it. Okay, Grixy. Grixy, but you're going to have to create. Well, the thing is that is my account, so you're going to have to make your own account. Okay. Yes, Grixy Quizlet is just for you to find my Grixy. Yeah, Grixy Quizlet. Okay.
What kind of test?
Yes, and you can use them. No problem.
What kind of test we can make?
Yeah, you can make tests. Once you make the set, you can make it. Or you can use my set and print it to make a quiz. No. Your homework is to make one set.
Only one set.
Yes, of vocabulary words. It can be from the unit you're going to see this week. Okay? If you're going to see 6 vocabulary words, 6 vocabulary words. If you're going to see 12 vocabulary words, 12 vocabulary words. Or verbs, maybe instead of vocabulary, use verbs. Okay, no problem. But you have to make one set. All right? You have to create one set. Got it?
On my own account.
Yes, on your own account. Because mine you can't make on my account.
And we have to send you the link.
Yes, send me the link. Okay? Send me the link. You can send it to WhatsApp if you want. The link. Yes, 614-183-3611. Sorry? No, that's my cell phone. Okay, I already sent to Schoology the Groover book. It's already in Schoology. I made a new folder. The new folder is called Resources. Okay, and it's there. You have the Groover book. And in Resources, I'm going to upload the phonetic alphabet too. Okay, so that you have it. All right, any questions? Okay, so then I won't see you live next Saturday, but I will send you the link like I do with the others. I will send you the link so you can enter YouTube and watch us live. To WhatsApp. I will send the link to WhatsApp. Okay, so you can be connected.
No.
Okay, questions?
The next class we're online.
Yes, you're online. You are online.
In the same schedule?
Yes. Same schedule from 9 to 1. We didn't have a chance to use it, but use your book to make the set. Yes, to make your set. Okay? Have a great Saturday. I will see you when I see you. Okay, my dear foreign students.
We are here.
Yes, in 2 more Saturdays. My dear foreign students, you have the same homework. Please work on Quizlet. Make one set. See you next class. Okay, so make one set. All right, and once you have the set, please send me the link to the Hangout. Okay, so that I can check it, so that I can try it and see that you did your homework. All right, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. It was a pleasure. Have a great Saturday. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye. Ya sé. Okay. ¿Apagarlas ahí? No, okay. Yes. Okay. All right. I'll give you the link online. All right. Bye, guys.